had to start it over. Peace, peace, y'all.
What's up, y'all? Come on in. Come on in. Damn, boy, the doors of the church just open. Well, a line of them be Ethiopian. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably up yesterday.
See what they talking
Boy, the animals cut off, huh? I hate three. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Come on in. Do it.
You can do it on TikTok now, I think. Duets?
On what?
Do TikTok, not duet. You can add people to your video. Like if we both make a video, I can tag you as a video. It'll post on yours page too. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Y'all come on in, y'all. Come on in. Shut alive, shut alive. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. Man, there's so much Bible, y'all. And you might ask yourself, what is Babel? Just talk. They just talking. They not telling the truth. They just talking, y'all. You know, and everybody's just talking. So we are in Babylon. We are listening to Babylon. Babylon is in our minds, and we really have to flee Babylon. You know, the prophets tell us to flee Babylon, the destruction of Babylon, the destruction because the defilement comes from your lips. It's not what goes in you, it's what comes out you. And the words that come out you is defiling you. You know, you're building the Tower of Babel. We are destroying the Tower of Babel.
Hello, brothers, sister.
What's going on? Peace, peace.
Just like the way I just came up and just share some message that I've been reading in my Bible. My Bible has its own word, own language with own letters. It's for English it's ABC, but for us it's we say a, ba, da, da, e, fa, nga. But in vowels we say a, e, I, o, u. We say mba, mbe, mbi, mbo, mbu, da, de, di, do, thu. So to understand that, I understand the Bible. So yes, the Bible
Well,
is true.
I want to ask you this
Yes,
right here. You see that
yes,
title?
Christian. Yes, will Christian agree with you at your arrival?
No,
Yeah,
it says
they
will
have to.
Christ.
They will. Due
No,
It says
to
no,
will
no,
the
Christ.
no, brother. It say, will Christ
yes
agree with
agree
you?
with.
You
Okay,
at his arrival.
okay. You saying will the Christ? So you put the Christ aside. So the Christ is telling you at his arrival. That's what you're saying.
No, we're
It's
asking
a
you.
question.
It's a question.
It's
Will
a question.
Christ?
Okay, the question will Christ agree? So the Christ, just imagine you Christ, eh? You saying that will Christ, you be a Christ, will agree with you at your
No, with
arrival?
you. With you. It's a question for you. It's the question for the audience.
Yes, that means I'm talking. So for just for example, for reality, you talking to me, I'm talking to you. Can you see that? What you're saying?
No, you're not.
So
Just
how?
answer, brother, man. We want you to answer the question.
Okay, okay. How do you want me to ask? Will the Christ agree with you? Yes, he will.
So, if Christ was on earth in 2025, Christ would agree with everything you saying?
Yes, it's a 4,000 years, as what they were saying in the Bible. Every 4,000 years he'll grow up, yes. In spiritual, that's 2,000. In real life, it's his 2,000. So you add those two together, it's got 4,000. So you become Christ in mind, in spirit, in life, in human form. Isn't
So,
it?
do you believe Christ is coming back?
Yes, everybody believe yes, he's going to be coming as a man by the title of being David's throne.
Okay, yeah,
He'll
okay.
be the,
And I want to ask you, so what religion is Christ going to join when he returns?
there's no religion in him. Because you see
So,
people
oh,
around
okay,
with all
correct.
religion.
So, do you consider religion to be false?
No, it's a religion is to gather people together, just like a shepherd. Okay? It's
No.
gather so you can come to one word. So they speak
You can't
English.
find nowhere in the Bible where the Bible tell us to be gathered by religion.
No,
The Bible don't tell us that. So where do that concept from? I mean, where do that idea come from that we
from our
should
Bible.
be gathered? Because I don't see us gathered by religion. I see us being
Oh,
scattered by religion.
no. From our Bible, we do that because we speak our own language, our own vowels, our own thing. We can't understand what we're saying because we believe in the Bible because that's the only name that we believe in the
I didn't
Bible is
say I didn't
Jehovah.
believe in the Bible.
We believe in our God is Jehovah. We have a name of our Father. It's Jehovah. It's Jiova.
Brother man, it's only one God, right?
Who's the God name?
It's only one God, right?
Who's the God's name?
God doesn't have a name.
First answer the question. Is it only one God?
There's only one God.
Okay, so
No,
what you call him and what I call him don't
for
matter.
human,
Hold
for
on.
your sign. Okay,
Hold on.
okay,
I want to ask you this.
okay.
So whatever you call God and what I call God, do it matter?
Depends on how you see it.
If it's
we're
one
talking
God,
if we're talking spiritually, he's a creator. But if we're talking as a man, we have to see him. He's a God, like what other people in the Greek or the Romans they say. Pharaoh is what? Is a God, because they see higher as human flesh.
Well,
Is
brother,
that true?
I think the disconnect is that you don't understand that Christ will be having a new song. He'll come
Yes.
with a new song, and the people
New
on
song.
earth right now, they have the old song. They don't have the new song until his arrival. So
What song we're talking about? How do they know? How can they predict the future? You can't predict the future unless you see the past.
brother, just because you think you know the past because of what was given to you doesn't mean that you know the future.
Oh yes, yes. The future will say the past. Where you read the Bible, it'll come together. Yeah, just waiting for the right time for people to seek it. He already saw it, but he's just waiting for other people. He's waiting, running, walking. You took your firstly, if you want to know your history, you have to go back to your roots.
but brother
Remember that.
man, you're talking to people who have a movement and we have a lot of understanding of the scriptures. Now
Okay, can I scripture?
The Bible does say the devil deceived the whole world, right?
Yes.
So
Who is
right
it?
now, right now the whole world is in deception, right?
Yes.
Okay, so are you a part of the world?
What do you mean part of the world?
You
Define
say the
that.
whole you say the whole world is deceived.
Yes, the world is
So
deceived by the letters. Wait, wait,
okay,
wait, wait. How can you read the Bible with
so I want to ask
letters?
you this: does that include you?
What do you include me? How do you know
Because
me?
you just said the whole
Ah,
world
no,
is
no, no,
deceived,
no.
right?
Yes, that's why you came down to
Okay,
learn.
so
If you read the Bible.
does that include you?
Okay, we are not shouting. Yeah, we're not yelling. Just lower your
No,
tone.
no, brother, man, you're not. Hold up. For one thing, I'm asking you a question.
Yes.
You trying to teach me
What's the
every second,
question?
brother. You trying to
Okay.
teach me every second you get. We're not looking for teachers. We're not looking for
Yes.
man to come up here and give us information. We're looking for a conversation.
What
When the
conversation
question
you
is
want to want?
posed, then we want to answer. That's how you have a
Yes.
conversation. Okay, so
Yes.
all I'm asking you, if you said the devil has deceived the whole world, which we both
Okay.
agree,
Where did
does
you
that
get the idea
deception
of a devil?
does that deception include you?
No.
So out of everybody else, you the only one that's not deceived?
No. What is deceiving means?
You just said the whole world. You just said the devil deceived the whole world.
Oh, no, no. I'm talking about, no, I don't think about other world. I just think about myself because I just go follow the Bible.
But the Bible says the devil deceived the whole world.
Yeah, I don't know what, maybe you guys, but the Bible never deceived me. It's just been straight in
I
my
didn't say
language, in
the.
my Bible.
All right, brother, man. We gonna
It's
we gonna
okay,
get back in the queue,
brothers.
brother. Peace, man.
Thank you.
You're not playing
Man,
around.
you clowning. We all deceived. Correct. That's why we're not gonna sit up here and listen for nobody to tell us something for too long. If we were looking to be taught, we'll go find a teacher. There's many teachers out here. You know, so we just want somebody to come up here and give us enlightenment and let we just sit back and listen to them. Come on, that's a waste of our time. You know, now we gonna listen for the sake of, we gonna hear our brothers and sisters out and we gonna have a decent conversation. But we're not finna listen to no lecture. No, we're not finna do that. You know, that's what we're not gonna do. So that is what you just tried to learn.
Mm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's going on?
What's up? Peace.
Peace. What y'all got going on today, man? Good
Man,
old y'all Jew.
speaking the truth, shaming the devil.
Are you speaking the truth for real?
What's your question, brother?
I'm curious about the line of inquiry from the last person you were talking to.
Well, first, let's deal with the title. So that's a question for you. Will Christ agree with you at his arrival?
Uh, that's kind of a hard question to answer because right now, if you ask him, like, say he was arrived tomorrow, sure, but I can't tell the future, so I don't know if I'm gonna go off.
So you saying if Christ arrived tomorrow, Christ gonna agree with you?
Agree with me on what?
What you think you know?
Yeah. Why would he?
So the
I
information.
study
So
the
you
same as he study, right?
hold up. So you telling me the information that you have right now, Christ ain't gonna have to renew your mind. Christ is gonna have to call you and say, "Come on, man, you got it." That's what Christ gonna do.
When does the Bible say anywhere that your mind will be renewed at Christ's coming?
What,
When
brother
does
man?
the
Christ, who makes the kings and priests?
can I ask my question again?
Who, brother?
I said, when does
Who
the Bible
raises?
say
Hold up.
when
This is what you
does
gotta understand.
okay,
Who
go ahead.
raises us up from the dead?
Christ.
So you have the truth, but you dead.
What are you talking about? I don't get the question.
If Christ got to raise you up from the dead, that's the state of mind. You dead to the facts. Christ gives you the truth, which is life. That's why it says the power of life and death as well in the tongue. So if you got lies, you consider dead. If you got life, that's the truth.
What lie? Okay, well, what lies do I have? Because you just told me that I had lies.
I just asked you,
knowing what I have.
Bro, I just asked you, does not Christ raise us from the dead in the last days?
No, you didn't ask me that. You said, does not Christ raise us from the dead?
Okay, so when does Christ raise us from the dead then?
You said, you went on to say that I have lies and you don't even know what I got.
Brother, the Bible tells us Christ's going to be teaching us in the last days. He going to teach us what you already know?
Teaching us, where do it say that Christ is going to be teaching us in the last days? Where do it say that?
It tell us that in Isaiah chapter 2. But first, so that's what I'm saying. So it also say Christ gonna raise you up in the last days. That's in John. So Christ gonna raise you up in the last days, which is simply give you the truth, show you the way. What way is you walking right now?
Where do it say that Christ is gonna give us the truth in the last days?
It's Isaiah, I think 2 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the book of Isaiah, you got to start at 2 and 2, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually 2 and 3.
Okay. I know the book of Isaiah. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, well, you want me to read? Read it then. 2 and 3. Read Isaiah 2 and 3.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it real quick. I'm gonna go for that. Oh, you know what? You in the King James?
It don't matter. But I got a King James.
Isaiah 2 and 3.
2 verses 2, 3. Chapter 2, 2 and 3.
Like this, shall be established at the top of the mountains and shall be exalted.
No, read out loud. Everybody won't hear it.
Oh, okay. So you said 2 through 3?
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up into the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. But for Zion of all shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So are you referring to this part right here where it says, and people shall come and say, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord?
Yeah, and it says, and he will teach us of his ways.
So you telling me that God already came and he established his mountain of the Lord's house? That's already established?
That's why I had you start at verse 2. It says, it shall come to pass when? In the last days. It didn't say it's going to come to pass in 70 AD. It didn't say it's going to come to pass 2,000 years ago. The prophet is simply prophesying about a particular day when these things going to come to pass. Now we look at this world. God mountain is not above all mountains. Christianity and Catholic is the most dominated religion. God ain't that ain't teaching us God's ways. That's why it says this is when the mountain of God will be established. If
God's house is not established, then how is it that we're supposed to flow onto it for the knowledge?
That's why it's gonna be established in the last day. So you can't.
It's not. It don't say that it's gonna be established. It literally says that once that's established, then people will come.
Okay, that's why if you go back to verse 2, it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established.
And that haven't happened yet.
That's why it's happening. That's why when Christ is because Christ ain't here. Well, I'm hypothetically speaking. So this is why I asked you a question.
No, you talking. You try to finesse that.
Hold up. So one thing. Stay in the more mature conversation, bro. Hey, stay in a more mature conversation. So, what I was asking you, how do you have something in the last days when Christ is the one that's gonna come show you the way? So you don't have the way, you don't have the truth,
This
and you
scripture
don't
right
have the
here,
right.
this
These
scripture
things
right,
come in the last days.
this scripture right here is not explaining what you're saying. You're saying what your point, and let me just make sure I got this right. Your point is that right this second today, the Lord's house is being established on top of the mountains, and that all of those people are coming, and that's supposed to be happening now.
Correct. That is happening now.
Okay, so where is the Lord's house that's established on the top of the mountain?
That's for one thing. The Lord's house is the vessel that God is housing the Spirit in. That's why it's
It
called
don't
the
say
house.
that. Where do it
Hold
say
up,
that
hold up, hold up,
though?
hold up.
It don't
What?
say that.
Hold up. You ever heard it said the house of David?
The house of David is talking about David's lineage,
I know. So these are people that house the Spirit of God.
but
That's
it
why
don't
it's the
say
house.
that
Hold
right
on,
here.
hold on. God don't dwell in temples made with man's hands, right?
I mean, his spirit has before.
So God's Spirit dwelt in a temple
Yeah, didn't they make
made
it?
by man's
So
hands?
they didn't have it. They didn't have a temple in Jerusalem with the cherubims in it that God's presence came to.
No, those are
That never
people,
happened.
brother. Jerusalem, who killed the prophets. Jerusalem is not a temple. Jerusalem is a people.
Yeah, but those people had a temple.
God wasn't in it. It don't,
So his presence wasn't in the temple when they built it, and the cherubims was in there with the Ark of the Covenant.
brother, man. That was a person. The only
Where
way,
where does it say? Where
listen,
does it say that?
the only way a building can have the Spirit of God if the living vessel that's carrying the Spirit go into the building.
Bro, you just made that up. You legit just make. Where does the Bible say that?
You ain't ready, homie.
I read this Bible day and night, and I know it. Where do it say what you just said?
You ain't ready, brother.
I don't read the Bible.
I say you're not ready
I'm not ready for what?
for the
Your,
conversation.
for your confusion?
Huh?
This is confusion.
Whatever you say, brother. But
Can you just show me in the Bible? The Bible say always be
nah,
ready
you
to
can't
give
even
an answer,
have
right?
Hey, I wouldn't waste my time trying to show you nothing else no more, bro. I wouldn't waste my time. So you got any more questions?
Nah, I got a question. I already knew what you was on. I was just
Oh, I know.
confirming. Go ahead though. Keep playing.
All right, peace. He playing. He come up here playing and tell me to keep playing.
It's the fact that, both read the scripture that says that Christ will teach you in the last days. He's acting like you added on to it. You didn't even know what the scripture was.
Quick question. Why you have my grandfather's picture? Hello?
Because it's connected to the restoration of Africa. Right now, these are African kings that black people know nothing about. So
Oh, you just, I got you. So this is for like education reasons?
Yeah, it's for
Yeah.
awareness.
Okay, respect that. Just wanted to know why, it's not just you. I've seen a couple of people with my grandfather's picture on their background. So I
Who's your
just wanted to
grandfather?
know. Huh?
Who's your grandfather?
Tedros behind you, right next to Minilik.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, it's your grandfather. Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to know if it is for educational reasons. So I respect that.
And like I said, we also have a movement to restore the throne of David back in Ethiopia. That's actually Bible prophecy. So all this is bringing awareness to what we are doing.
I got you. Respect that. Yeah, just wanted to ask that question, and I respect that for answering it. And you have a beautiful day and a wonderful year.
All right, brother. Likewise.
Respect.
So right now, y'all, this is why we ask this question, y'all. If at Christ's arrival, will Christ agree with you? Like, and if we ask ourselves this, I think a lot of us will stop teaching. Because if you're not offering the things that Christ will be offering to people, what are you offering to people? What are you really offering to people? That's why I say more people are being scattered. Because of what? Everybody offering their defiled food. And people in this organization, people in this religion, people in this religion, people in this religion. People don't believe nothing no more because of the religion they had joined. So this lie is infecting us in so many ways if you step back and analyze it. So if we ask ourselves this $1 million question, is Christ going to, what organization is Christ going to choose? What church is Christ going to choose? Is Christ going to choose the church you're going to? Well, you say you're doing it for Christ. So if Christ's not going to choose the church you're going to, why are you going to the church? It's called what? Dead works. You're doing it for nothing. You know, you simply doing it for nothing. That's why what? You going to church. Because if you can't come up here and say, hey, Christ gonna come to my church and get me from the church. What religion is Christ gonna join? If you ask most religious people that, well, Christ ain't gonna join no religion. Well, why are you in the religion? You say you following Christ. Is Christ gonna come back and tell everybody to go to church? So why is the pastor telling you to go to church? These are questions we never ask ourselves. Is Christ gonna tell everybody to put on a suit and put a Bible in your hand? So these are the things, y'all, like I say, when you ask yourself these logic questions, y'all, you really don't have no answer. You know, you ain't no answer for these questions. You know, there's no answer for these questions. You know, and you got to think about the Bible. The Bible was just a N-I-G-G-A proclaiming to be Christ. That's what you read in the Bible. You don't read nobody floating on no sky. You don't read nobody 12 feet tall. You read a regular man walking around saying he's Christ and his brothers didn't believe him. Whatever verse where it says his brothers did not believe on him. I want to send it to the phone. I need to put this on the screen. Because people act like Christ, like if Christ's brothers didn't believe upon him and he was doing miracles, what kind of miracles was he doing? Why Christ had to show himself to his disciples 3 times? He was doing miracles. And they still didn't believe? Yeah. But it might be, let me see.
For not even as part of
Yeah, I don't know what the 5.
Just 1 to 10.
No. Yeah, try to get 5 to, I don't know if you can get better, get 5 to 10. Huh? Now go back to 4.
You want 4 to 10?
Yeah, John 7, 4. Not 4 to 10, but just put 4. KJV. Now we can click on it. Click on it. Yeah.
You just want 7. See where you are.
Yeah. 3 through 7. And like I say, so I want to put this up here, put this verse up here and show y'all again how the belief, this man is just a regular dude, you know, and I also want to put this there where it says he showed himself to his disciples 3 times. He showed himself to his disciples 3 times, Bible verse. I'm going to post some scriptures right quick, y'all. Post some scriptures right quick. It's the tedious stuff, man. Trying to get these scriptures prepared, y'all. But and like I said, just to get the hocus pocus out of it, because y'all can't get over the fact that
I'm showing my verse.
so we in John 7, right? It says, his brethren therefore said unto him, depart hence and go into Judea, that thy disciples also may see the works that thou doest. For there is no man that doeth anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. If thou do these things, show thyself to the world. So this is in the beginning, right? You know, Christ saying to his brothers, man, look, I'm Christ, man, you know. So they telling him, well, look, go show yourself to the world. You Christ. And then they say what? You seeking to be known. This is all that. This is what they see on the outside. They don't see those. They don't hear the Spirit. They just see a man proclaiming something, and it's what they think he just seeking to be known. You just want people to know you. You want fame. This is how our brother talking to him. So they say, man, go show yourself to the world. For say what? For neither did his brethren believe in him. Why? He was a regular man. He was a regular man. We're not talking about nobody hocus pocus. We're talking about a regular man. It says, then Jesus said unto them, my time is not yet come, but your time is a way ready, is always ready. The world cannot hate you, but me it hated, because what? I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. So Christ will be hated by the world, because what will Christ be doing? Testifying that the whole world is deceived. So what? Christ gonna be hated upon, and his brothers is not gonna believe him, because he's a regular man. So I want to get the next verse. So it says what? Now this is the third time that Jesus showed himself to his disciples after that he had risen from the dead. Now, why he had to show himself to the disciples 3 times? It's the universal number. 3 strikes you out. Red, yellow, green. 1, 2, 3, go. Why we said? Really don't know. That's just what that's the definition. That's a universal definition. So, but why 3 times? The first time, like Peter, didn't believe. The second time, might be. The third time, oh man, I'm gonna go now. I see what you're saying, man. I'm gonna go. But it took 3 times. Again, disbelief. Peter denied him. So it says, so when they had dined, Jesus said unto Simeon Peter, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my lambs. If you love me, do what? Feed my lambs. Because Peter was struggling with what? The information that Christ was coming with. That's why God told Peter what? Get up and eat. What I made clean is clean. So once Peter ate the food, what? He can go out and speak. But Peter hesitated to speak because he was doubting the information. You know, so these are things to show y'all. This is a regular person. Like it's a regular person, y'all. It's not, no matter how much, and it's crazy how, all y'all can see is the flesh proclaiming to be Christ. That's the book. The flesh proclaiming to be Christ. And what? Nobody really believes it. So we got to do this stuff 3 times. In the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. That's Nathaniel or that's somebody else?
That's a young kid.
Yeah, we listen more for it now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's me, boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you get some.
So you didn't tell them that the New Testament was created by the Romans? You said what?
Brother, before you start talking, can you answer the title?
I don't believe in Christ. I don't believe in JC. So
Christ is a title, brother.
that wouldn't even matter to me.
Christ is a title. It's
Christ.
not
It just means anointed in the Greek. I understand.
Christ is the governor. Christ.
It just means anointed in the Greek, right?
Christ is the one that will be feeble like David. Christ is the one that will be like David in the Old Testament. He will be the one that go forth and destroy the giant. Israel be looking at the giant. Israel scared of the giant. David will go forth and defeat the giant.
Can you answer the question?
Better connection. I don't know why my connection's back.
So would King David, when he returned, will he agree with you?
You said who?
When King David returned, will he agree with you?
I don't believe that David's actually returning. So it depends on what you're talking about.
So who's returning?
Specify, right?
So who's returning?
There's nobody returning. Somebody's gonna be risen up.
Okay, so the one that's raised up, will he agree with you?
I'm pretty sure he would.
That's a yes or no.
I'm pretty sure you would. I don't know. Until you're just risen up.
Oh, so you don't know? Okay. So you don't know until he's risen up. So
Yeah,
you don't know. So you don't know if you have the truth then.
According.
So you don't know if you have the truth.
You said what?
So you don't know if you have the truth.
What do you? I'm going based off of what I know in the original testament. So
You
I
just
believe I have the
clarified.
truth.
You just clarified, brother. You don't have the truth. That's all. That's all you clarified.
Do you have the truth?
If you don't know if the one that's risen up going to agree with you, you don't know if you have the truth. Of course, I am the one that's risen up, so of course I got the truth. But you agree you don't have the truth.
Okay. So okay, since you have the truth, where did the New Testament come from? Since you're teaching out of it,
It was it was written by a group of
then don't lie.
wise men. It was written by a group of wise. It's a rewrite of the old in Greek form.
Okay. So where did it come from?
I don't know. Like I said, it's a rewrite
I
of the
didn't say
old.
who.
It comes from
I
the
didn't say
writings
who.
of.
Hold on. I didn't ask you who basically put forth the scriptures or who came together as a council and decided what to put in the scriptures. I asked you where did it come from?
I don't know where it came
I
from.
understand a whole bunch of councils of white men
I don't know
came
where it
together.
came from. I don't know where
So
it
you
came
don't know where it came from. The Romans, bro, the same people that you're trying to judge right now.
from. Okay.
So why are you teaching out of a book that you're trying to judge?
For
That
one
doesn't make
thing,
any sense, bro.
you can reveal the truth in any book. Any book, the truth of the book can be revealed. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not teaching. I've been anointed by God, not by a
So
book. So one thing, I don't have to pick
okay,
up the New
so
Testament. I don't have to pick up the New Testament to say the things I say. I could come strictly out the Torah. I could come strictly out the 5 books of Moses and say the same thing I'm saying. So I don't have to go. I don't have to open up the New Testament. I go in the New Testament because my people in the New Testament. So whatever book my people in, that's the book I'm able to go in. That's my anointment.
but that's not what I asked you. I'm asking you why do you teach out of it if you
I just
know
told you,
it comes
if
from the
my
Romans,
people,
which you are judging.
if my people are in the book, I go in the book and give understanding, no matter what book it is.
So you just said that I don't got the truth, correct?
You said you didn't have
Because
the
I
truth.
don't know what
You said you
who
didn't have the truth.
no, you said that. I
No,
don't believe that I don't have the truth. I believe I
that's
got
what
the
you
truth,
said.
right? So
That's
according
basically
to
what you
you,
said, brother.
you said I don't have the truth.
Basically,
You
what
said
you
what?
said. You say if the
I didn't
one
hear you.
that's raised up, you don't know if he gonna agree with you. So
Uh-huh.
is the one that's raised up gonna be speaking the truth?
Brother.
Answer the
Yeah,
question.
he should be. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but there's gonna be multiple
hold
risen
up.
up.
So
I
if
don't
you got
believe
the
there's
truth,
one though.
hold
That's the
up.
thing. But
So
go
if
ahead.
you have the truth, then the one that's raised up gonna agree with you. But
He should, yeah.
you don't have the
That's why I say
truth.
he should. I believe he should.
No, you would have said yeah if you had
Brother,
the truth.
okay, for example,
You
right?
wouldn't have said
The reason
sure.
why
You unsure when you say that. You
hold on.
saying you
Let me
unsure.
okay, let me explain it to you. So
You don't
so
have to explain.
can y'all hear me right?
Yeah, but you don't have to
No.
explain.
Let me tell you something, right? So when I used all right, it's fine. But I want to. All right. So when I used to come on your panels, right? Did I not believe in JC in that New Testament? Yes or no?
I don't know what you believe in, brother.
It
So
doesn't
when I
matter. We
used to
got the
come on your
conversation. It
panels, I
doesn't
used to
matter.
always go to
My
that.
brother, it doesn't
Hold on,
matter
wait.
what
I'm trying to
believe
give
in
you an
JC.
example. Listen. Hold on. It does matter because I grew, right? I understood and did my research. I thought I had the truth then, right? I got out of that, understanding that the Romans created that for the through what's his name? That's not the point. But anyway, so I grew, right? And I figured out I didn't have the truth. So I got out of that lie and got to the truth.
So how you got to the truth without the one being
So
raised
so
up? Hold up. Is it
you said
not the
what?
one job that God is raising up to bring us the truth?
Josephus, thank you. Yes, Josephus or whatever his name
No.
is.
Is
Thank you
it
for bringing that up in the
is
comments. But
it
go ahead.
is it not the one who God raising up? Is it not his job to bring us the truth? Is it not his job to
No,
bring us the
it's
law?
Israel.
Well,
He's raising up Israel, bro. According to
no.
Isaiah, the servant is Israel.
No, for one thing,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go to
yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
Isaiah chapter 2. I
Go
want
ahead.
you to read 2 and 3.
Is it the one that we have up there?
No, you go ahead and read it, bro.
Now you read it.
Bro, I got the Hebrew Tanakh, bro, so it's not gonna say what you want it to say
We're gonna
at
say the
all.
same
So
thing.
you might as well just read it, bro. It's not, bro.
It's gonna read the
Just
same
read it,
thing.
bro. You're bringing it out. You were just reading on the screen. Why can't you just read it? It's something that you're bringing out. If I were to bring out a scripture, I'll read it.
It might be my phone. It says,
Like you
"It
used to
shall
always
come to
tell me if you
pass."
got a little bit of the truth, it's still a lie.
It says, "It
But go
shall
ahead.
come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted
Mm-hmm.
above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk
Mm-hmm.
in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So right now, Isaiah say we're gonna be taught in the last days, and we're gonna be taught the farther ways in the last days. So, do you
I
have?
agree.
You agree, right? So that means you waiting to learn the
Yeah,
farther
I agree
ways.
with
Right?
you.
Hold up. So that means you are still learning to find the farthest way, right?
Correct.
So you ain't got the way.
Not until the Father brings it to us.
So you don't
Nobody
have the
knows the
truth.
times. They change the
The
times, the
truth,
dates, all
the
that.
truth is the way. So if you don't have the truth, you don't have the way.
Brother. So one thing you're saying is you got the truth. So are you changing the times back to how they were? Are you establishing the laws how they're supposed to be established? Are you walking according to how the Most
Brother,
High says
brother,
to
you
walk?
wouldn't,
Because
brother.
because according listen,
No, no,
according to
no.
multiple witnesses that came out of your little thingy says that you're not. So what do you? And I've seen plenty of videos of people literally giving accounts of you not walking in how you're supposed to walk, bro.
For one thing,
Literally.
you're a
So
lie. For one
can I
thing,
not take those as witnesses?
for one thing, you're a
I,
lie.
I'm not lying. I got a video. I got
Bro,
multiple videos, bro. That's why I just stopped coming up here because you just be
bro,
lying.
brother. Did not soldiers come walk up and did not dirty dogs surround David? It says, dirty dogs have surrounded me. Do it not say
hmm
that? You want me to get it for you? So you talking about
I
the
know what
dirty
it says,
dogs?
bro.
Hold up, brother. Because you don't know me. So you talking about now? What about the
hmm
witness that proclaiming I am? They overpower the ones that saying I'm not. So, and I done had plenty of people around me.
So if you
So, hold up. But
so
I just want to hold up.
yeah, go
Do the
ahead.
Bible not say dirty dogs surrounded David? Get that. I don't know what happened. You got bad. Get that. It's in Psalms. Yeah, it's in Psalms.
Yeah, you talking about Psalms 22 or there's multiple places in Psalms. I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about, bro.
22.
You
Yeah.
don't gotta
So
go
so
there.
so
You
so
good.
so again. So I just want to clarify. So dirty dogs surrounded David, right?
Yeah, but that's not literal though. That's just like I mean you obviously know it shouldn't be literal. That's just poetic. It's poetic language.
I'm showing you the parable. The people you talking about made videos about me. Them dirty dogs.
Brother, no, that's not talking about that. That's talking about David's enemies. When he's going to war and stuff like that, bro. Like what are you talking about? That's not talking about what you're talking about. You don't got people with guns or spears coming after you, bro. You don't.
Brother.
Nobody's doing that. Nobody worried about you like that, brother.
The sword, and the
Relax, man.
weapon.
You ain't
The
got-
sword and the weapon is in your mouth. So it says. Matter of fact, let me start. Let's start at verse 13. Let's go in Psalm 22. Let's start at verse 13. It says, "They
Yeah, go
gate
ahead.
upon me with their mouths, as as a ravening and a roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of my joint. My heart is like wax. It is melt in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my jaws. And thou hast brought me into the dust of death. For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and feet. This not talking about no real soldiers. This talking about a council. Because the heavenly war is not with flesh and blood, brother. So God's servant is not warring with flesh and blood. It's warring with dark councils that what? Put holes in Christ's hands and Christ's feet, which is stop his movement.
I knew you were gonna say that. You don't even understand. You don't even understand. You don't understand in the Septuagint and in the Hebrew. It does not say pierced my hands and my feet.
I'm not finished.
I knew you were gonna say that, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
It says, I'm gonna read it again. For dogs have compassed me. Psalm 22 and 16. The assembly of the wicked. So the dogs is the assembly of the wicked. Have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me. They part my garments among them and cast lots for my vesture. This sounds like what they did to the so-called Christ you don't believe in, huh? Didn't they take his garments? Didn't they cast lots? It's the same writing. But if you don't have the understanding, it was made by the Greeks. But let me finish.
All right, so
but be not thou fair upon me, O Lord, my strength hasted thee to help me. Deliver my soul from the sword and my darkling from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. And I declare thy name unto my brethren in the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. So this is the brethren who are surrounding David and attacking David with their words, with their insults, with their lies. That's why we call it battle rap in our culture.
So you're reading a translation that came from the Romans, Christians. You don't even come on, bro. Don't you? I thought it came from the Ethiopian. Why don't you read out the Ethiopian Bible? Since you believe in the Ethiopian Bible so much, and you know it probably don't even say what you're saying, and you know that.
So you telling me if I pull Ethiopian, I got the Ethiopian Bible right here. If I pull Ethiopian Bible out and read,
well, I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't.
You're not gonna say the same thing.
Listen, brother, I don't care about the Ethiopian Bible. I go based off of the Hebrew and the Septuagint, right?
Hey, you know what
so I go based off of the more ancient text.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm finna drop you like a bad habit, homie.
You gonna drop me? I already knew you. Yeah, because I'm going into the real text.
Yeah, bro.
That's why you don't got the truth.
For one thing, he bring up the Ethiopian Bible like I ain't got it right here. Now, when I asked to pull it out, you know what he do? I don't care about Ethiopia. Why you bring it up? You bring it up. Now he don't care about it. He don't care about what he brought up. Man, yeah, I'm not finna, man.
I got it too.
Now, this is the same dude that was come on my panel a lot and tell me he was debunking me. Now he coming back on my panel and tell me he didn't have the truth back then. Now he's saying he still don't have the truth, but he's still trying to debunk me. You look bad, Nathaniel. Y'all gonna, when it says a perpetual shame, when it says everlasting contempt, that's what he had, everlasting contempt. He in shame. You know, he really in shame. Look, you gotta come back up. Because he lost. Like, people that lose, I gotta fight him again. Give me another match. When you win, you don't really want for another match. You like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna keep fighting nobody, So, I only let you up because you ain't been up here in a while, so I just want to see what you had to say. And this, again, it's nothing.
And it changed.
Nah. You was acting like you had the truth a few months ago. Now you confess you didn't have it. Now then you were falling on Sakari. Sakari and them ain't give you the truth. Nah, bro, I ain't scared. Go get your leader, Gorilla. I talked to Gorilla. Go get your. I hate to even call him a gorilla. Shit, he want them little tree monkeys. He ain't no gorilla, you know. Cause a gorilla beat on their chest, a silverback run from nobody. Nobody.
He's saying he a liar too. Oh, he not now he a liar?
The thing, I wouldn't debate you, bro. You ain't gotta, you know. But I got a lot of people who will debate you. I won't debate you. But I got a lot of people who will.
Hey guys, it's good to see y'all today.
All right, peace,
Y'all look
peace.
so beautiful. Listen, I came back up on here because I have some questions. I have some questions. I don't know if this is appropriate for this segment, but I'm just saying though. Can I ask the question?
What is it? Something dealing with the Bible or what?
Nah, it ain't. It don't have nothing to do. It has something to do with it, but yesterday was the first. Today is the second. And so, like I don't think I explained to y'all that I had two brain surgeries, right? Like in 2019, I had one, and then recently, November 15th, I had another one. But the first one was actually on top of the subconscious mind. The second one was underneath the bone on top of the membrane. So I had like a big dent in my head for a while, and the cells grew back. So now I have a full head, if that makes sense. But however, at that time being, the first surgery that I had elevated from my body, like I was floating on top of a ceiling, and I had seen like not people but shadows of people just walking through the hallway. But the shadows is a little bit clearer than other. I couldn't see myself. I just knew that I was just like floating. And like even when I was trying to look, I couldn't see arms or anything like that or whatever the case may be. And I noticed that there was no it was no Spanish person and no melanated person, or it was just mainly those doctors that was working on me, right? And so um I don't recall not coming back, but it was just for me to see myself. But this second time that I had the surgery on my brain, I was at peace with going in because all the doctors was like, "Oh, it's a 73% chance you may not come back or whatever because we have to go in there, whatever." So when I was getting the surgery, I don't even remember when they rolled me in there. I don't remember them putting a mask on my face or anything. All I remember is that I was walking through a garden and I was picking flowers from the garden. And when I woke back up, I was already ready to go back home and I was stitched up and stuff like that. Now, ever since I have left the hospital, it's like I'm trying to find my true identity, right? And I could feel the back of my head, like I had a big dent and like some cells were missing, but they grew back. However, right? Um,
Okay, so
so what I'm trying to say is, I was just like God or like whatever you are, whoever you are, I know I'm here for a purpose. I don't really want to know what happened before or how it happened. I just want to know why I'm here and what's the purpose of me being here because I never felt like I fitted in my culture. Other cultures, I don't know Spanish. I'm not dark skinned. I'm not brown skinned. Where do I fit in at? And it was kind of frustrating to me. So then I started listening to like I turned on the music one day and I was listening to some African music and I was like, oh, this is really good, and I felt like I wanted to dance. And then on top of that, I started listening to Spanish music. I felt like I'm just trying to go down to where I belong, right? And I'm sorry, y'all, but I got I just needed to meditate and step away from everything else And then what came to me as I was walking in the garden again, I wanted to contact like ancestors, but I heard my granny saying, "Do not do that.
I
Leave
know.
that."
So what's your? That's what I'm saying. So what you?
So
What you
what
trying to
is
tell them?
where are we in the human race? Like, what's the purpose of being here,
Well,
fighting?
no, like the
Yeah,
thing
like,
about we are here to create righteousness and create life. That's the tools we have been given. Now we step out of that world when we start going against the grain. And so that's all life is. Now, I often tell people like this: when you deal with so-called black people, black people always say, we are chosen. Black people just set a standard for all races. That's why people say we all come from black people. We just the mother and fathers of creation because we've been given a gift to give enlightenment to the world. That's the only thing separate us from other races. But every race on the face of this earth is given the tools to create life and produce righteousness. That's every human being job.
so I wanna read for myself because I have read King James version, right? And a lot of things in there to me in the King James version is really like, okay, I'm gonna take this. That's when they say, oh, don't take bits and pieces, but you have to because everything is not. So I wanted to know the Ethiopian Bible, what standard, or is it just like one standard, or what do y'all read? Because I want to read it. Like I want to be able to, like, even if I can't read it, just listen to the audio
Well,
or
yeah,
some.
it's like it just got a different collection of books. Like all Bibles say the same thing. But like Bibles really don't say nothing different. But different Bibles have different books inside of them. So the Ethiopian version is a more complete Bible. It has the book of Enoch in there. It has the book of Jasper. It has the book of Jubilees. It has a lot of books that's not in the Bible. So that's what makes the Ethiopian Bible different.
Yeah.
But other than that, it really say the same thing. It don't really say nothing that the King James Bible is saying. But it don't have the New Testament. Really.
So do all of us have different abilities? I mean, like different abilities. What I mean by that, like, do you believe in like some people have healing? There are like shapeshifters or things like that. I mean, that's a whole different subject, but I just wanted to know because ever since I got out the hospital, I know imagination is like manifesting on wanting to know something, so it goes into your subconscious mind. But it's kind of spooking me out because
When I say like people, we all got different gifts and different talents. Like some people can draw, some people can run fast, some people jump high. So we all have different talents and different gifts. That's what make the world go round. If everybody knew how to do the same thing, you wouldn't have other people to do things for you. So all different talents. But I don't believe in shape shifting and all that. I believe in natural healing. Like Dr. Saban, he had a gift. He had passion for healing. Like.
now I get what you're saying because my dad do the same thing. Like I think that's why I'm drawn to you. And it's not a secret. It's just kind of like protecting what you have, that relationship. With your higher self or God, whatever you want to call it. But there is a creator, right? And I get it because I have asked my dad a million times, and he's just like, you just have to find the truth for yourself, kind of things. I get it, but I wish somebody would give. You know how you spoil you, and you just want somebody to give you the element or the tool to do it. I think that I need to come up out of that, y'all, for real.
No, what not? That's not actually because, like you said, we didn't study to learn a lie. How do we know a lie? Because somebody told it to us. So it's the same way with the truth. The truth is gonna be spoken, and if you love God, God gonna give you a blessing to hear it. God gonna give you a blessing to see it. Like that's what the real Bible about. Bless those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. So just like the lie was spoken, the truth gonna be spoken also. So those vessels that's anointed to speak the truth, to remove us from darkness, these gonna be given to you. And you're gonna be able, again, if you love God, God will bless you with that gift of discernment. so you can hear that truth. You can recognize that truth, and like I say, you'll be set free. Because right now,
appreciate that.
the darkness got us think we doing wrong. A lot of people really not doing nothing wrong. But it's the traditions of mankind that put us in this box and keep us wondering, if we doing right, is we pleasing God? The truth gonna set you free from all that. The truth gonna give you rest from all that.
Right. I copied that. I think I recorded that. Yeah. Got you. I appreciate y'all. Just came on here to say hi to y'all or whatever.
Appreciate you
Okay.
coming
Appreciate
up.
you coming up. Peace. East Soup, your recent guest.
The rest of these are just December numbers, and they're final December numbers. All
Peace.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect. How you guys doing?
We good.
Okay, so maybe two version of questions and a short one maybe. One is, I don't know when, but maybe 3 or 4 weeks or 5 weeks ago, maybe wrong, but you will correct me, you guys. In terms of colonization, in Ethiopia. What's your belief? What's your two beliefs, in a sense? If I'm wrong, you can correct me and I'll stand corrected. Do you believe Ethiopia was colonized?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm right that you mentioned that in your podcast, I think a month ago or something. I disagree.
Well, yeah, everybody gonna have their disagreements, but like I said, we got the facts. Like a lot of people don't know, man. Like Johannes was working for Great Britain in Tedros time.
I know that.
So you got you had the British East Africa, you had Great Britain East Africa. Actually, the world wars was about getting control of East Africa. That's why they had 2 world wars. So if people don't understand this history, then you don't understand how colonization worked. So after the Italians left Ethiopia in the 1900s, Great Britain came in there and brought their army to get rid of Italian and stayed for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
So for almost 19 years, now the whole time that Johannes was king of Ethiopia, his allies was the colonizers.
Yeah, so if I may interject, America has maybe over 54 allies right now. Would you consider all those under colonization right now?
America's not a country.
Okay, who do you consider a country?
America is under the British Empire.
Yeah,
America
okay.
is a corporation.
I
yeah.
agree. I don't have any argument about that. Who do you consider a country right now?
Who I consider a country? You got when I'm talking about like African, because the colonizers didn't colonize their own people. They colonized Africa. They colonized African people. That's who have been colonized. So the
Okay,
African countries, the African continent has been colonized. The whole African continent.
I agree. But just to go back into my question, what country do you consider a country right now? Just name one country for me.
Ethiopia is considered a country. Kenya is considered a country. Like these are all countries in today's time.
What was the second one?
Kenya, you got Ethiopia, you got Kenya, you got Ghana, you got you got 54 different countries in Africa. 55,
Okay,
something like that.
perfect. Other than Africa, is there another one?
Yeah, Europe is a country, Asia is a country, Russia is a country.
Okay, let's go Russia.
There's more continents, but shit.
That's okay. Russia. Russia has many allies right now. Many allies, especially in in the Middle East and Africa and such, as you guys know. Would you consider Russia is colonizing those allies right now?
No, because right now Russia is running their own country. You know, like
Oh,
you got. I get what you're saying in a way. Like everybody's gonna have allies. That's a part of having a country. But British is at that time they was the ones that was colonizing Africa. So that's like if British not in Russia colonizing and Russia making them allies. So like you can't be allies with the colonizer that colonized all your brothers. That means you're a part of the colonization too. That's all we saying. That this is what make Ethiopia colonized because Great Britain is not only their ally. Great Britain is like is the one that take care of Ethiopia. You know, like Ethiopia, like Russia got its own resources. Ethiopia really don't have no resources. They get theirs from Great Britain. Why you think people like Bill Gates over there in Ethiopia trying to help them find food? Because they don't have their own things. They got to get it from Great Britain. So Great Britain damn near own Ethiopia.
okay.
You know, so that's what make it colonized.
So to break it down, the first one that I wanted to tackle was, now we added a little bit. I can get back to that. But King Tewodros, indeed had allies, but not colonizers, because from your admission, Russia has allies, and she's not colonizing those allies. What do you think about that?
Brother, Russia is not letting Great Britain come in and attack their people. Johannes let Great Britain come in to attack Tedros. So when you do stuff like that, that's how your country become colonized, because you're not. Johannes didn't form allies with Great Britain just to do trade. He formed allies with Great Britain so they could take all the treasures and get rid of Tedros. That's
called
a different kind of
betrayal, bro.
ally. That's an enemy. That's not an ally. That's an enemy. So you cannot say that Great Britain. The only reason why Great Britain would be considered Ethiopia ally because they so-called helped Haile Selassie after they was Ethiopia enemy. So Great Britain was an enemy first. Then they became an ally.
Well,
So and really,
what I'm trying to do is differentiate between colonization and allies and betrayal. Did King Johannes worked with the British to establish his own kingdom? History says that, and we agree. But he was an Ethiopian king and never betrayed his country and never gave his country to be colonized by British. What do you think about that?
Brother, we just agreed that he used the British Empire. The British Empire basically used him, to seize Mandela. So why would someone agree with colonizers who will colonize other countries around Ethiopia, colonize Eritrea, colonize Somalia, all these other countries that's surrounded by Ethiopia? That's why Ethiopia is landlocked. And then because Ethiopia is landlocked, you have to, ask for help from other ports, because you don't have a port anymore. You don't have Djibouti anymore. You don't have Eritrea to create your own trade system.
That's maybe a 34 or 35 years history. We're talking about colonization. This one is.
Those things are still stemming till today, brother.
I agree.
So what are you talking about? The things that have happened with colonization in Africa has affected Ethiopia as well. Ethiopia is affected.
And I want to add this because I don't want you to think colonization is we saying Ethiopia lost a war. We're not saying that. What we are saying, colonization is the true history that happened has been stripped away. And because that information has been stripped away, it's the colonization on the mind. That's why right now in Ethiopia you have a light skin problem. We got that over here in America, a light skin problem. That come from colonizers. Colonizers taught us these things.
So we're mixing up a lot of things. We're mixing up. I'm trying. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying there's a lot of things that stem to colonization. It's a broad topic because there's many of things that have created colonization.
I
It's not
understand.
just one
All I'm
thing.
trying to do is trying to learn from you guys. But I wanted to clarify the mix-up. We're mixing up oranges and apples. But what I'm trying to do is, when you name Johannes, when you name Tedros, when you name colonization, and the reason of your belief of colonization is allies, establishment.
No. That's not. I just used that as a word to show you how Johannes used Great Britain to take down Tedros. So he didn't become allies with Great Britain. He became friends with the enemy because Tedros was the king of Ethiopia at that time. So he became a traitor to Ethiopia. He went with the Britain against his own people. That's a traitor.
That's
And then a traitor
political
became the
will.
king for what? 19 years? 18 years? He was king and he was a traitor?
What's wrong with that? I mean, do I support his traitors? I do not. I don't support what Johannes did. I'm just trying to make you understand, or make me understand from your guys' perspective. What Johannes did does not equate to colonization.
Well, brother,
Betrayal,
we
yes.
can get off.
Go
We
ahead.
can get off Johannes. Johannes. We can show you other ways on how Ethiopia is colonized as well. Just the fact that
Sure.
Ethiopia doesn't have a king today. Ethiopia doesn't follow the throne of David today. Ethiopia doesn't even believe that the throne of David is in Ethiopia. They don't even understand that, Israel was put on the map in the 1900s. Israel is a
A lot.
people.
The thing is that so to make that statement, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we do. You can ask me any of the questions that you just mentioned without just making a statement of saying we do not know. I'm telling you, we do indeed
So does Ethiopia have a king today?
know.
Why?
Because the last king was King Haile Selassie, and he was thrown out by military coup, Derg, Mengistu Haile Mariam, which is an Ethiopian guy.
So Ethiopians didn't want a king anymore.
Correct. Did you say why? I didn't hear that.
I said Ethiopians didn't want a king anymore. Is that what you're saying?
If that question is entire citizens, I don't know. But does Ethiopia transition into away from the king? Yes, as Ethiopia did. Yeah.
So what kind of adoption of a government that Ethiopia follows today? Because before it was you had a king, which was the head of the government. Now you just have a westernized government that is the same form as you see in America. What introduced them to that? Who introduced them to that type of government?
Okay, so I'm glad I spoke to you guys. So now I understand what you mean colonization. If you talk about mindsets, which the governance in Ethiopia is mindset of the Westerns. If you are thinking that governance is away from our own thinking, yes, it's a Western thinking, then if thinking and implementation of Western ideas is colonization, if that's your definition, then I don't have any other question.
And I'm glad you came to that conclusion, bro, because that's what colonization is. That's the main, because right now, no, we haven't lost the war over here. Like nobody is standing over us telling us what to do, but we colonized because of what we think. That's why we are colonized. That's why right now in Ethiopia, the same Jesus that the Ethiopians worship, my grandma worship. Like my grandma religion and my grandma information come from the colonizers. The Ethiopians believe the same thing my grandma believed. So like I say, it's all colonization through the way we think. That's the first form of colonization, changing the way you think.
So I agree. I don't have any other questions on that. But my question, even initially, was: are we talking about colonization in terms of Italia governing Ethiopia? No, it didn't happen. My grandfathers fought it, and they kicked him out. If that was my mindset, which I stand corrected. Now I think you're thinking of a mindset which the entire Africa then maybe with the exception of some countries, even in the entire world, is controlled by some, idea, which you guys probably know. So yeah, my next question is about beliefs. I think it was on 2 days ago podcast. You guys were mentioning about the beliefs, and I think you mentioned it today too, the Bible. That I can get off to. If there is another person that needs to go in, I can step down.
No, you good. Go ahead.
So the Bible, you were saying, the Ethiopian Bible, which I am part of, I'm Ethiopian. Which you were saying the only Bible that is correct at this time is held by the Ethiopians.
Well, no. I'm not saying the only one that's correct. Like the Ethiopia have a more complete version of books. They have the Book of Enoch, which is a very important book. They have the Book of Jubilee. They have the Testament of Solomon. So I'm not saying like it's because all Bibles say the same thing. But if certain books are taken out, then a lot of people are without certain wisdom. Because they just gonna follow the counsel and the information that they have been given. But when you read other books, you read it with a kind of open mind.
Okay, I agree. Then I don't have any other question. Thank you, guys.
All right, brother. Peace. I'll be forgetting because we really have to tell them we're not talking about war. Colonization is not war.
Hello.
War is when you're taking over. Peace.
Peace. Do you know why the Book of Enoch is not in most Bibles?
Well, they try to tell us it's not a part of the canon or something, but like I said, I don't believe what man tell us. That the Book of Enoch is a book that's very, very needed because he's in the Bible. So if he's in the Bible, he got a book.
No, but there's no historical evidence that says that Enoch wrote it himself, because you know how Enoch was taken to heaven, right? He was taken to heaven. He didn't die.
Jesus ain't write no book. You believe in him? Did Jesus write a book in the Bible?
Yeah, but they have multiple witnesses. Enoch never said that he wrote a book. But I'm going to tell you why the Book of Enoch's not accepted in most forms of Christianity.
In the book, he said he wrote the book.
No, he didn't.
And if you read the book, it said Enoch the scribe.
Yeah, he wrote down stuff that doesn't mean. Brother.
I got the book Enoch right here. So if I tell you,
okay. Yeah,
so if I show you the verse where it say Enoch wrote the book,
I'm gonna tell you why it's not accepted though.
Well, I'm just saying. But so if I show you a verse in the book Enoch,
can I talk real quick?
I'm gonna give you the floor. I'm just saying. If I show you a verse, what you gonna say?
Go ahead. Is it in the Book of Enoch though?
In the Book of Enoch.
Okay, show me.
Okay, well, go ahead and say what you gonna say. I'm
all right, the reason, because it contains a heresy. It says that Jesus will not be the Messiah, but Enoch will come back and be the Messiah, taking the sins of the world. So that's a heresy. Do you believe Jesus is the Messiah?
Show me where it says this Messiah won't come back.
I'm gonna look up the specific verse, but it says that.
So I'm gonna turn the camera around for you. Turn the camera around for you. How do I do it? Hold up, bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Shit. How do I get out this?
1 Enoch 71:14.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, I got it. But let me I'm gonna show you this scripture first.
Okay.
This Enoch, what is this? This 104. This Enoch 104. And I'm gonna go in I'm gonna start at verse 10.
Okay.
It says, and I know this mystery, that many sinners will alter and pervert the words of uprightness, and speak wicked words, and lie, and practice great deceits, and write books concerning their words. But when they write down truthfully all my words in their languages, and do not change or diminish thought from my words, but write them down truthfully, all that I first testified concerning them. So
Okay.
right now, Enoch is talking about what? What he testified and what was wrote down.
Do you know
And he
like
tell you, huh?
do you know what Enoch did when he was on earth?
Brother man, like I
No,
say,
just answer the question.
for one thing, I don't my understanding of Enoch is totally different from yours. So I'm only speaking to you on
That
a low
doesn't
level about Enoch. You know,
but
Enoch for me, Enoch is the seventh from Adam, brother. That's
yeah,
a
but
parable. That's a parable in itself that you won't understand right now. So
I
let's just
do
go to the
understand
verse,
it. I'm a biblical scholar. I do understand it.
brother. Christ is here to
Enoch
destroy. Hey, Christ is
Enoch
here to
se-
destroy scholarship. So let's go to your verse,
Enoch
brother.
7
Go ahead.
no, sorry, 1 Enoch 71:14. Enoch went
Seven.
around preaching the word of God.
You said 71 and 14. Okay.
Chapter 1 Enoch 71:14.
There's one Enoch right here.
Okay. 71:14.
71, 14.
All right, go read it.
It says, and he came to me and greeted me with his voice and said unto me, thou art the Son of Man who art born unto righteousness, and righteousness abides over thee, and righteousness of the head of days. Forsakes thee not.
Okay. So what does it call Enoch? Woe, thou art the Son of Man. Okay? That's what it calls. That's why it's not in most Bibles. Now, I'm not saying it does not contain knowledge that we need. I'm saying it contains a heresy. Because what is Jesus called? Jesus is called the Son of Man. And they're
Brother,
calling Enoch the Son of Man.
Ezekiel is called the Son of Man.
Yeah, but like it's different.
What's different?
The Son of Man is a title for the Messiah.
Why Ezekiel is called the Son of Man then?
He's not called the Son of Man.
So Ezekiel is not called the Son of Man?
No.
Okay.
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. Well, let's
He
go.
might
Go
be.
to the Bible. No,
Okay,
I'm
go
finna
ahead.
show you. I'm finna
Okay.
show you.
I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong.
So it says, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man,
Okay, I was wrong.
eat that thou findest. Eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel. Ezekiel. So how you gonna debunk the book of Enoch?
Done.
All through the Bible. Now, for one thing, it say, as in the days of Noah, so will it be what? In the days of the Son of Man. Now, hold on. Now,
KK Baker, I can make mistakes because I'm human. I am a scholar. I can make mistakes.
Well, brother,
it's called making a mistake. No, people are making fun of me in the comments, but I'm human. I can make mistakes, right? I can make mistakes. Tell your people to be quiet and stop making fun of people because it's not going to win an argument.
Hey, you talking to me, you're not to the comments, so don't worry about it.
No, but still, they shouldn't be making fun of me.
Brother, don't worry about the comments. So let's say it's what?
And
So
thus said the Lord.
right here.
because I'm looking up my research. You can look up yours.
So I'm in Enoch 62. It says, and thus the Lord commanded the kings and the mighty and the exalted. Now, this is where you fall in at, the exalted, because you have exalted yourself as a biblical scholar. But let me see if you can do this. And those who dwell on the earth, and said, open your eyes and lift up your horns, if you are able to recognize the elect one. Can you recognize the elect one right now?
Who? Who's the elect one?
The one that God has chosen, not the one that's
Jesus
coming from the
Christ.
sky. That's why it
Jesus
says,
Christ. Jesus
no, no,
Christ is the
no,
elect
no, no,
one.
no, no. Hey, pay attention to what they're saying.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
It says, and thus the Lord commanded the kings and the mighty and the exalted. You have exalted yourself as a biblical scholar, right?
Yeah.
And then it say what? And
What?
those who
To
dwell on
dwell on
earth.
earth.
And he said what? Open your eyes and lift up your horns if ye are able to recognize the elect one. Now pay
Right.
attention to the next verse. The Lord of spirits. Who is the Lord of spirits?
Who?
That's
Who
God.
is it? Okay. Yeah, the Heavenly Father,
Yeah, the
Lord.
Heavenly Father. Seated him, the Messiah, on the throne of his glory. It don't say Enoch, it say the Messiah.
Okay.
And the spirit of righteousness was
I
poured
didn't
out
say it
upon
said
him.
Enoch.
And the word of his mouth slew all the sinners, and all unrighteousness were destroyed before his face. So it says Christ gonna come strike the earth with a rod of his mouth, right? In the Bible. That's what the Bible say, right?
Oh. He's gonna take the ones that genuinely followed him to heaven with.
Yeah, but it says Christ gonna strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, right?
Correct.
It says I'm gonna come fight with the sword that's in my mouth. So the book Enoch saying the same thing. So it says what? And there will stand up in that day all the kings and the mighty and the exalted and those who hold the earth, and they will see and recognize him, how he sits on the throne of his glory, and righteousness is judged before him, and no lying word is spoken before him. Now, what's going to happen when they start recognizing who the anointed one is? That's on earth, not the one that came from the sky. Then pain shall come upon them as a woman in travail, who finds it grievous to bring forth when her son enters the mouth of the womb, and she has pain in bringing him forth. So when the Son of God is born on earth, everybody gonna be in pain like a woman in childbirth. You see this, huh?
Yeah.
It says, and one person and one portion of them will look upon the other, and they will be terrified, and their countenance will fall, and pain will seize them when they see that Son of Man sitting on the throne of his glory. So while you waiting on Jesus, they're going to have a Son of Man who God is sitting on the throne of his glory, and this going to cause you pain. Why? Because you waiting on Jesus.
But
So
all
everybody
right, but
waiting on Jesus, they're going to be in pain when they recognize who? The
who?
elect one, which is the one who God chooses. You don't choose the Son. God chooses the Son. So let me say this. It says, and the kings and the mighty and all who possess the earth will glorify and bless and exalt him who rules over all, who was what? Hidden. For the Son of Man was hidden before him, and the Most High preserved him in the
Okay.
presence of his might and revealed him to the who? Scholars, to the elect.
Oh, to the okay. I was about to say. Okay.
So right now, God has chosen people to reveal the Son of Man to. He ain't coming from the sky. God has chosen, God has elected people to recognize the Son of Man. That's why in
And
the
who is
beginning
that?
of this verse,
Who's the Son of Man?
that's the one that's walking the earth who's the Christ.
But who is the Christ?
I don't think you're ready for that. He's in Atlanta.
Okay, he's in Atlanta.
He's in Atlanta. I can show you his website, and you can go check out his videos. But the Son of Man is here. It says, and the congregation of the holy and elect will be shown, and all the elect will stand before him on that day. So this is the day that no man knows. So who gonna stand before him? Those who God have elected. Not
I didn't know the
because you a
Messiah.
biblical scholar.
I didn't know the Messiah was in Atlanta.
I know nobody. The only way you gonna know unless God have elected you. See,
So God's elected you?
yes, I've
Okay,
been elected.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right, so who's this? All right, tell me about this Messiah. Like, tell me about him.
he's anointed by God. I don't know what you really
Do you
want
have any
to.
proof? Was he blessed?
Yeah.
Was he born of a virgin?
Well, the virgin is the virgin information
No, but like,
that he
was
was
he
born.
born?
That's
No,
why.
just
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
was he born of a virgin though?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
You have to
Does he
understand
perform miracles?
the blindness of Israel. Those who have
You're gonna
ears.
go into that.
The blindness of Israel. That's what Christ is curing. Christ is giving sight back to Israel.
I'm not jealous, KK Bacon. Don't worry, I'm not. But tell me more about this man. This man that
So
you
like I
put
say,
your faith
he's a
into.
regular person like me and you. He's just anointed by God to bring forth the spirit and truth. So
who's
right now,
Jesus?
the
Who's
truth.
Jesus?
Jesus was an end time prophecy that the colonizers have taken and changed time. So the Jesus Christ story is not an actual person; it's a title for the last days of the elect one. That's why it tell you in the story, as in the days of Noah, so will it be what? In the days of the Son of Man.
So was there a man named Jesus?
No. That's
No.
a false story. That's why I say they changed the time. The Christ gonna come in the last days.
So the letters from Pilate to the Emperor of Rome at the time, the writings of the historian Josephus, the writings of the historian Tacitus are all wrong. So multiple
Yes,
historians are wrong.
They made God prophecy history when God prophecy comes in the last days.
Yeah, but but you're saying Jesus wasn't a real
the Bible,
person.
listen, the Bible tell you they changed time and laws. So the Bible also tell you the devil deceived what? The whole world, right?
Yeah.
So why is it so hard to believe that the world is still in deception? Why is it hard for people?
But you're going against history. Do you realize that?
Why I'm going against history? Because the devil deceived the whole world. What part don't you
At
get?
that time? Oh, he did. Yeah, definitely.
Hold on, in Revelation is about Christ coming back to get rid of the devil's deception.
But they call Jesus Christ our Lord. He calls him born of a virgin, Isaiah. Let's not talk about Proverbs 30 verses 3 and 4. Let's not talk about it was going to be at the time. No, I'm talking. We're not going to talk about the multiple times that it was mentioned that he is going to be born at the time when the Romans have taken over. So we're not going to talk about that. And when was Jesus born? The time when the Romans took over. Okay, so your whole argument here doesn't make sense. You're not claiming that Jesus was. You're claiming that Jesus wasn't a real historian when there's literal artifacts and there's literal writings about him. Let's not go into the Bible. There's real historians. Let's Josephus, Tacitus, and Pilate. Okay, and let's not forget the multiple drawings of him, the paintings that would take him. So you're going against real historians.
Okay, so I want to ask you this then.
Okay, go ahead.
If you go to Revelation 12, right? They got a woman that's giving birth to a male child. Now, no, let me ask you this first. Is Christ the only one that come from a virgin?
No.
Who else come from a virgin?
Another biblical person.
Who?
You know everything, so you tell me.
No, you a scholar.
I know, but I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. It just doesn't come to my head like a snap. So go ahead and tell me.
Okay, so the woman in Revelations is the virgin spirit of God. It's not an actual woman. That's why this spirit is going to give birth to multiple people. Christ is the firstborn from the dead. So this is God's spirit, which is a virgin, because God's spirit is pure. It's not defiled. That's what virgin means. Something that's not defiled by man. Something that's not touched by man. God's spirit, God's wisdom is not touched by man. It's only God's wisdom. So when this wisdom is placed on Christ, Christ will be the firstborn from the dead. And he will go what? And raise the dead with the spirit that's upon him. So many other people can what? be born from the dead. And this is what Revelation 12 is about. So Christ is born of the virgin in the last days, as Revelation is about the last days. But again, these parables that you will read, historians, which are deceivers, have put false dates on them. So you are reading it as a history story and not a prophetic vision,
I mean,
or not allegory with hidden meanings. So
yeah,
this is
but
what the
what you're
Bible
saying is completely like it goes against everything that Christians and Muslims and Jewish people have gone against for years, that Jesus was a real person. Let's not even look into Christianity. Let's look into other religions, all right? Don't make that
This is why I
face.
have this title. This is why I have this title. When
But no,
Christ come
see,
back,
you're not making sense.
hold on. When Christ come back, is Christ going to agree with the scholars?
I don't know. I mean, they dedicated their entire lives to him, so probably.
The scribes and Pharisees were dedicated too.
Okay, is he going to agree with you?
He here. Yes,
Who? Oh yeah, the guy in
my
Atlanta.
information come from Christ. My information don't come from scholars, bro. Hold up.
Yeah, the false Messiah.
I want to
Yeah,
ask you
definitely.
this.
The
Why did Christ
Antichrist.
turn over tables? Well, no.
Because
What tables did Christ turn over?
it was in the temple, but it was in the temple.
Okay. So where are the scholars and teachers of the Bible? Are they not in temples?
No, they're in offices. I'm going to tell you why he turned over tables. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why he turned over those tables. Because people were selling stuff to widows. Widows were there. People were there selling stuff in the temple on the Sabbath. That's why they were there. That's why he turned tables over. What did he say? Do not turn my Father's place into a place of business. Turn it into a place of worship. The only reason he turned over tables was because they were selling stuff in the temple. They were just using Roman coins in the temple. They were doing all these things in the temple when it was meant to have worship in it, nothing else.
And are you saying that those Christians and Muslims don't do that?
I'm not saying that. Not every Christian is going to be perfect, man. I mean, look at me. I'm not perfect. I've sinned in my life.
So all Israel isn't Israel. We understand that. That's why we're saying that Christ is not going to come back and agree with religion.
It's not a religion. Christianity is not a religion. It's a relationship with Jesus.
You don't have a relationship with Jesus. You never met Jesus.
Okay, but I know him.
How you
If you
know
read
him
if you read the Word of God, all right, you've met the Messiah, right? You've met this apparent Messiah.
Christ is the Word of God. The Bible is not the Word.
Yeah, but who's in the Word of God? Who is the Word of God?
Christ is the Word of God.
So who's the Christ?
Christ is a living vessel among the people, is a son of man that will be raised up in the last days.
Do you know him?
Yeah, we know him.
All right, what's his name? I'd love to reach out to him.
Go to the website.
Just tell me his name.
Yaju Judah.
Okay, but what's his name?
Yaju Judah.
Okay, that's an interesting name. So I'm guessing that the first part of his name, comes from Yahweh. Am I correct?
It means God's jewel. He's
No,
God's
but
jewel.
God's stone.
No, but I'm asking, where's that first part of his name come from? Yah. I'm not talking crazy.
Yah means God. It's another way to say God. That's all.
Yeah, but it comes from the word Yahweh.
Well, no, Yah is YAH is God. That's how you say Yah in like
YAHWEH. What does that?
No,
say?
that's Yahweh. Yah is another way to say God. Instead of saying God, you say Yah. Yah is God.
Okay, I made a mistake.
Yeah, that's all. So it's just
I'm a man. I'll make
alphabet, man. God didn't create alphabets. So
KK Baker.
Alphabets is to help us understand. Alphabets don't clarify nothing. It helps us understand.
Can you just describe this man for me, this apparent Messiah? Because I wanna learn more about him.
Well, we gave you the web, and you go. Hey, you got
I'm not gonna go. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go to a website.
Videos on YouTube. You can learn. It's a lot of stuff, man. If you really want to do research on it, like I say, he's just a regular son of man who God have anointed to give us the Spirit. He's the one that pouring the Spirit out. That's why I say, if you come to Him, you will never thirst again. If you believe in Him, living waters will flow out your mouth, because He is the one that God elected. Like we have to tell our brothers and sisters, we don't choose Christ, as they tell you in Matthew 11:27. You don't know the Son, and you don't know the Father. The only person knows the Son is God. Okay. Because God is the only one that chooses the Son. You can't read a book and choose who Christ is.
We didn't. Because in the book, Jesus claimed to be the Messiah.
That's a foreshadow. That's a story, bro. That's not
Oh
real
my
life. That's
God.
a story.
Then why did he claim to be the Messiah?
Because this is what the Son of Man who God have chose. This is what he gonna say.
But he's
Everything you
gonna
read,
claim to be the Messiah?
everything that you read, this is what a Son of Man gonna do if he's chosen. He gonna say the same thing you read Jesus is saying. He gonna say, I'm chosen. When you see me, you see the Father. This is what the Son of Man gonna say. The
But
chosen
what?
one, the elect one. The
Why didn't he
story.
just,
You gotta understand this, brother. The
brother?
story was
Brother, don't
foretold
interrupt
before
me.
it happened.
Don't interrupt me. I'm gonna ask you a question. I want you to
Hold on,
answer.
hold on. No.
No, no,
The
no, 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 no,
story.
no, no, no. Okay, go ahead. You want to interrupt me?
The story was told before it happened. If you're not gonna understand that part, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, why wouldn't Jesus just say, "This man's gonna come"? And why would he claim himself to be the Messiah?
Because if you can you go to Luke 9:26?
Yeah.
We need to put Luke 9:26 on the screen. Probably like 9:6 through 28 or something.
You said 26 to 28.
Luke 9:26 is a warning to people who are ashamed of Jesus and his words,
Say it one more time. Not
and
now.
that Jesus will be ashamed of those who are ashamed of him.
So go ahead, keep read it.
I just did. I explained it to you.
What I said. Luke, no, Luke 9:26.
I just read it, Luke 9:26. I just explained it to you.
No, you didn't read it, bro.
All right, you want me to read it? Okay. I'll read it, then explain it to you.
No, just read it.
I'm going to explain it to you, don't worry. For whosoever is ashamed of me and my words, of him will the Son of Man be ashamed when he comes in his glory and the glory of the Father and the holy angels. Now I'm going to explain that to you.
So
Brother,
hold on. But because it says when the Son of Man come in his own glory. It didn't say when the Son of Man come in Jesus' glory, right?
he claimed to be the Messiah. He's going to come back. Do you not know what Revelation is part of?
No, it
It's
say the Son of Man gonna come in his own glory. It didn't say the Son of Man come in Jesus'
It's a
glory.
warning against people being ashamed of Jesus and his words.
Well, brother, you ashamed of the Christ right now of him. You ashamed of
Because
another
he's
man
not the
claiming to
Christ.
be Christ.
The man that you claim to be the Christ is not the Christ. He's the Antichrist. If you follow him, you're going to go to the fire,
No,
the
you
pits of hell, dude.
ashamed.
You're ashamed of Jesus, and I don't know why you follow this false Messiah, but you keep following him, you're going to be led to hell.
Well, guess what, brother? Well, you had to go.
Greetings, peace, love, and eternity. So my name is Nasaj, and I have a question. So you're supposed to be the Messiah, right? That they're following, the leader, right?
Correct.
Y'all Jew, right? And you said that you're Christ on earth. Okay, so I have questions for you since you're Christ. Who is Babylon the Great?
That's the information. Like people are considered great because they teach out of the Bible, but they babbling. That's the information.
No, I disagree with that because it says it's a woman, right? Just like it said Christ is a man. So,
Brother, wisdom is given a feminine name. False wisdom is also given a feminine name. That's why she's a whore. So she's a whore that the people fornicate with, as the scriptures tell you. They say the kings of the earth have fornicated with her. That's the information.
okay. So who's the Antichrist?
Those who teach the Bible. It's Christ's job to reveal the Bible. It's not mankind. That's why the Antichrist is already out in the world.
So I would disagree with that.
Well, yeah, every man is a liar. Christ got the truth. So, you could disagree. Yeah, that's cool.
The reason why I say I disagree with that because as a person who's spiritual, I was taken up and seen a lot of things, right? And I seen the meeting place where all political leaders meet, right? And do those dark rituals, the Vatican rituals where they take the water from the take the water from the pineal gland and make their own concoction of wine to hallucinate and see in the spirit. So for you to say there's no Antichrist. For as I said, I've seen the Antichrist.
I didn't say it wasn't no Antichrist, bro. I said the
No,
Antichrist is already out in the world.
no, but you said it was multiple people that's the Antichrist.
It is the Bible says multiple Antichrists.
The Bible speak of a man coming from the waters, and it also speak of a woman coming from the waters on a lion, right? With 10 heads and 7 horns.
Brother man, the Antichrist, what does anti mean, first of all? What does anti?
Anti means opposite, right? It means
Okay. So how many people are opposite of Christ right now?
okay. Here's the thing,
No, just answer the question. How many people are opposite of Christ right now?
it's a lot of people, right? And that's the nations.
Okay, so as it says, many antichrists has gone out in the world.
It didn't say many antichrists, right? It's talking
You
about
want me to read it? You want me to read it?
I could pull up the Bible too. It says there's going to be one Antichrist, just as it said is one Christ. The Antichrist is supposed to be the prince of hell, right? He's supposed to be the prince of hell, right? Lucifer is supposed to be giving his authority to this Antichrist to preach and to spread the word, just as he gives the beast authority. If you're comprehending what I'm saying. It says how the Antichrist and the beast is hurled into the lake of fire, the abyss, the second judgment. So as you being the Messiah, you're supposed to be hurling the Antichrist and the beast into the abyss, judgment, second judgment. And not only that, but by you being, I find this to be crazy because you say you're Christ, right?
Let's go.
But this is in the Bible. Christ is supposed to reign for a millennia.
Brother,
Not only that, but he's supposed to have those who sacrifice their head, right?
Bro, you supposed to ask me questions, not give me your defiled wisdom, brother.
I'm not giving carnal. I just wanted you to explain it as you being Christ.
Ask the question.
Okay, I'll ask the question. So you're Christ, right? You're supposed to be reigning for a millennia, is according to the Bible, right? Are you supposed to be reigning for a millennia?
No, Christ reigns forever.
But it said, okay, what does the Bible say about him reigning for a millennia?
I think you're talking about the verse where it say you're gonna reign for 1,000 days and then the devil gonna rise up or something like that.
Yes, right.
What? Well, again, that's the appointed time of when Christ is anointed on earth. And then that's why, man, you gotta understand the parable is about a man being anointed in the last days. And when this man is anointed, the devil is gonna rise up.
Mm-hmm. So did you also forget that it talks about in the Bible where there's a Christ that comes, the Antichrist come, and he talk about giving peace without giving warfare? You haven't started a war.
Brother man, I have one thing. It's a spiritual war. It's not a war of flesh and blood. We don't war with
war against flesh and blood because it says
we don't war with flesh and blood. Christ said, I'm gonna come fight with the sword that's in my mouth. Christ ain't gonna fight with the sword made by man.
Okay. I'm not trying to argue, bro, but it says that it says in Isaiah he comes from Edom with blood, with a garment dripped in blood.
That's because he stumped the wine place, brother. These are parables.
And who is
the wine? You ever heard the saying? I heard it through the grapevine.
No, he said I come in.
Brother, have you ever heard the saying? I heard it through the grapevine.
Yes, I heard it.
Okay, so the grapevine in the Bible would be the false priest. Christ comes stomp their information, which is Edom, and make new wine. So right now, with this old information that you hearing, new wine is upon the earth because I have stomped out Edom information.
Okay. So here,
That's why my garments are draped in blood. It's to represent the wine press. Christ is the meaning of the wine press.
can I read the scripture? It says, God's vengeance on the nations. That's the Amplified version. Who is this who come from Eden with crimson stained garments from Bazaria in Edom? This one, the Messiah, who is majestic in his apparel, marching in the greatness of his might. It is I, the one who speaks in righteousness, proclaiming vindication, mighty to save. Why is your apparel red, and your garment like the one who tread in the winepress? It never said he tread the winepress. It says like the one who treads the winepress.
It's the parable. That's why he says, I am the one who speaks in righteousness.
Okay. I have treading the wine.
It ain't nobody that's flying. It's somebody that's speaking righteousness, mighty to save.
Okay. I have treading the wine, trough alone, and of the people there was no one with me. I also tread them in my anger. And their lifeblood is sprinkled on my garment. So he's not talking about wine. He's talking about people that he's slaying.
Christ said, I'm going to come fight with the sword that's in my mouth.
Okay, let's go to Revelations.
Christ ain't going to have, so Christ going to have a physical sword?
He's supposed to have a physical sword. The reason why I say he's supposed to have a physical
The Bible
sword.
say the sword going to be in his mouth. So show me where you're going to say you have a physical sword at.
It's supposed to be, how I say, it's supposed to be metaphoric. The reason why I say it's supposed to be metaphoric, the sword, when it says he speaks with the sword is supposed to be with his mouth, it's supposed to be him legislating the law on earth. Legislating the law on earth. Because as Christ being the governor, he's supposed to be going out and legislating on earth, right? Legislation also come with warfare, right? Because as you know, we have people in Israel that are not of God's people, right? You have people also in God's Jerusalem, so holy place, that is not of him. Right? Right? Right. Because what are the people in Israel and Jerusalem, what are they doing? They're making offerings. They still making animal sacrifices.
What's your point, brother?
My point is, as you being Christ the Messiah, are you supposed to be going to Jerusalem?
Brother, you don't know what I'm supposed to do because my information come from God. God has sent me to do the task, not you, bro. You ain't read a book. All you know is God gonna send Christ. You don't tell Christ what he gonna do. You don't show Christ what he gonna do.
Here's the thing, bro.
Hold up. Everything I'm doing, I'm already doing it. Everything I'm doing, God has already instructed me. So Christ is here to judge the devil, which is to move deception. Now, a lot of people is a part of this deception. That's why judgment is going to be on mankind. Because we ain't seen no devil. Our only teachers, the only people that taught us was mankind. Either man or woman taught us. So they make up what? The devil. So their information is going to be destroyed. And the truth is going to what? Conquer. Mm-hmm. The truth is a conqueror. That's how you know the truth. It will conquer.
Okay, so can I ask you?
What I'm here is to conquer and bring the righteousness of God, which is conquer deception, which is the devil, darkness, and bring in the light of the world.
So, brother, I'm finna tell you something, honest to truth. I seen you in this. Is you're gonna build a temple, right? You're gonna build a temple for God, right? You're gonna build a nation and a temple onto God, right?
Who's gonna build a temple?
I'm just telling you what I seen in the spirit, right? This is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, say that.
Huh?
You can say that, bro. You know.
I can say it?
Because,
okay.
No, I say you can say it because why are you telling me what you seen I'm gonna do for us what? For us what the devil works? Or Christ works?
not for the devil works, but for Christ's work, right? Because you're not just building a nation, but you're
You just
building a Negro nation, right? A Negro nation, right?
no for one
Because
thing. For the, all, brother, all nations gonna come to me. All nations have came to me. Nah, I haven't got everybody from all nations, but man, all nations come to me. The truth is for all nations.
all
Redemption is for the Negro first.
okay, so who was that person that was with you? Because I was on her live before. Ark, I was on her live before, and she said it was going to be a Negro nation. That's probably me being mistaken.
It's called the Negro's kingdom because right now we're under a Roman kingdom. This is not our kingdom. We don't even have a kingdom. So it's called the Negro kingdom because it's going to be our kingdom. But we bringing light to all nations.
So like I said, it's going to be a Negro kingdom, right?
It's God's kingdom, brother.
But it's also going to be I know it's God's kingdom, but it's going to have his original people, the Negroes, right?
Correct.
Exactly. So I'm not mistaken.
No, the way you said it, I had to correct the way you said it because you were said a certain way to make it seem like it ain't. It's something else.
Oh, so you was just misinterpreting what I said. So it's okay.
Well, I was clearing it up.
Yeah. Okay. So I was justifying. Okay. So it was justified what I was actually saying. Okay. So, like I said, this is not me trying to be funny or anything, but I've seen what you're doing, right? I've seen what you're about to do, right? And it's not me trying to be funny or anything, but it's not what you think it is, bro. I feel like you're being set up. Honestly, I feel like you're being set up in the spirit, bro. By, I would say, by some political leaders or something, right?
You got any more questions, brother?
Yes, I got some more questions. Who are it says that in the Bible that some people was gonna reign with you in the millennia. Do you know who those people are? They're supposed to be reigning with you?
Yeah, the angels that accept me.
The angels of
the angels of God that accept me.
The angels of God that accept you. Right. So I would say I would disagree with that. I gotta ask you a question because does it not say in the Bible that that the people that is gonna be reigning with you are the priests, God's priests?
Those are angels, brother. They are messengers. Priests are messengers. Angels and priests is the same word.
Okay. That have been slain by the beast, right?
Correct, because they hold the testimony of testifying to who Christ is. Whoever hold the testimony of who Christ is will also be slain as I have.
So do you know what God is referring to when he says slain?
Yeah, crucified. Yeah, they're going to be put to open shame.
No, it's not. Because in the Bible, it's talking about their head being cut off, right?
It's not physical, bro. Like it's not.
It's spiritual. I know it's spiritual. So what it's going to be looking like is their head is going to be running, or it's going to be looking like a chicken running around with a head with no head, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
You say, for one thing, if you say it's not physical, what is the spiritual meaning of losing your head?
Losing your head is losing your mental. It's going to look like you're they're out of their mind, right? But actually they're declaring truth.
So, but they actually are not. They just out of the world.
They're not in this physical plane anymore. They actually ruling in the dimensions, in in the other heavenlies, the 10 heavenly places, right? Okay, so I'll say I support. I already signed the petition for the Vatican stuff, so I support you, bro. This is not me just trying to be against you or anything. This is me just trying to seek deeper understanding, because as I stated, I've seen some stuff in the spirit, and I'm just trying to, as you being the Messiah, I'm just trying to get a deeper understanding of you, right?
Well, brother, you do that by asking questions, not challenging. You know, so
But in
I appreciate your support. I come up here every day to ask questions. I come
no,
up here every day if you want a battle. So I don't shy from this. That's why people have to understand you can't even go to your religious organizations and ask them the things that you ask me.
I do. I honestly do. But
No, you
in the
cannot,
Bible,
brother man, you cannot go to these religious organizations and challenge these people in positions.
no, I go to church and I ask my bishop. Not only that, but I asked the rabbi before. I asked the rabbi. Is the rabbi on TikTok? That she
Brother, you probably asked the rabbi, your bishop, 2 questions. Y'all drill me. You drill me.
does it
But
not say prove yourself worthy?
hold up. You drill the one that's proclaiming to be Christ, but you don't drill the one you following. If you under a man right now, you follow them.
I don't longer
You
follow him. I'm out of church because the church is under the Vatican. I learned that the church is under the Vatican.
so you don't go to church no more?
No, because the preacher, all the denominations under Christianity is from the Vatican.
Who was your bishop?
He's in Houston now, but
You don't follow no more?
no, because he's just like TD Jakes.
Okay.
All about,
You
wealth.
from Louisiana?
No, I'm not from Louisiana.
Okay. Well, that's good then. So you out of the church, but I'm saying, well, not it just don't go for you, but most people who follow a pastor, they don't drill their pastor, but they follow their pastor.
Mhm.
But somebody proclaiming to be Christ, nobody listens because I answer damn near all questions. Like I don't, but nobody want to listen. Everybody want the truth to fit what they imagine.
Mhm.
But the truth gonna go against your imaginations.
Mhm.
That's why the truth is gonna make you reborn again. You're gonna change your mind. You're gonna get a new song. You're gonna have a renewed mind. But don't nobody want a renewed mind. Everybody want the truth to agree with their thoughts.
Mhm.
And it don't work that way.
So, bro, I don't want you feeling like I'm just like trying to make it hard on you. But in the Bible, it do say to challenge those who say they are Christ. It says to challenge them with scriptures so they can prove themselves worthy. You got to prove yourself worthy.
It's like test all spirits, correct?
Test all spirits. So, yeah, it's not me just trying to be hard, bro. It's just me testing to understand, have a deeper understanding. But I appreciate you answering my questions and helping me get a deeper understanding of what you're doing.
Okay, brother man.
All right, see you, bro.
Peace. Started off bad, ended good, so that's.
No. Zach. Let's see. PC Zach.
Peace. Happy 2025. I just want to ask a quick question. If the Bible was written by the colonizers to enslave our people, why are we still using it?
Well, the Bible was stolen from our ancestors. The Bible was originally in Africa. It was in scrolls before it became a book. The Roman Empire came into Africa and stole the scrolls and gave everyone the book. They mass produced it.
But then, so that's not the real book that we are reading. The Bible now we have today is not the real book.
The colonizers just translated. They didn't make the Bible up. The Bible is African proverbs, but it was translated by the colonizers in English. So they didn't create the book. They just translated. That's why we gotta have understanding. They never gave us the understanding of the Bible.
But the book itself is not real, right? The book, the English version is not the real version of the book. So they could write anything in the book and give it to us, right?
You couldn't write anything. You couldn't write anything, brother. because all the books go together. The Quran go with the Bible. The Book of Mormon go with the Bible. You got lost books of the Bible. They all say the same thing. They just gave us false understanding.
What about Exodus?
So it ain't.
Okay, so what about, I read a script in the Bible, Exodus 21, verse 20 and 21. If you read a verse like that in the Bible, how do you interpret it? How do you explain it? If you can read it and tell me, how can you decode that? What does it mean?
Go ahead on and read it.
Exodus 21, verse 20 and 21. He said, anyone who beats their male and female slave with a rod shall be punished if the slave die from a direct result. But they are not to be punished if the slave recover a day or two, since the slave is his property. How do you decode that now?
The rod is information.
But that's the word of God, right?
Yeah, the rod. So the rod is not talking about whooping the slave. That's why, like it said, Christ gonna strike the earth with the rod of his mouth. You know, so these are the things that they use. How would I say? Like Christ is a servant, right? But Christ also a King of Kings. So if you look at the Bible, and like I said, the Bible have to be understood. That's why the Bible is not written for everybody. The Bible is a sealed book. They didn't tell us this. So they gave us a sealed book, and they knew we weren't going to understand it. So they came up with their own understanding and made us follow the traditions. But we don't even really supposed to have the Bible. So this is what's really dividing us, because we have the book and we don't understand it. We go in the book and we give it our own understanding. Now it's a bunch of division.
But that verse I just read to you, how do you explain? Like, how do you take away from that and add to that? How do you do that? How do you decode that then? Like, when you're telling somebody that they can beat the slave, like, we know slavery days was real. We know that black people was in slavery, and these are the same words they were using towards the slave, and tell the slave it's okay to beat the slave. If God said it is okay. So now you hear reading from the same book that they used to enslave your people.
Brother man, my people are inside the Bible. So I have to go in the Bible. I get people out of the Bible. I don't have to read the Bible.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why read it?
I know. But you gotta understand, people are in the Bible. People believe in the Bible. So those who believe in it, I have to give them understanding. If you don't believe in it, the revolution still gonna happen. So the message is not about you believing in the Bible.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like, I respect you. Listen,
hold up. Look at it like this. The Bible is considered a gun. They had the gun and they was unaliving our people. I took the gun and now I'm protecting people. Look at the Bible that way. Because just like if a colonizer got a gun, they can unalive you. If we take the guns, now we can protect ourselves from being unalive. That's how I'm using the Bible. The Bible is more like a tool. Like, I don't tell you to go read the Bible at night for you to find God. You don't never have to read the Bible to find God. But the people who already believing in it, the people who already studied, they ain't never putting the Bible down. So what
that's
you
the thing.
do, you got to give them understanding of the Bible.
But once you say God, they're gonna go to the Bible. That's what I'm trying to say. Once you
they're not gonna go to the Bible, brother man. I got a movement to judge the Roman Catholic Church. I don't have a movement to teach the Bible. That's not my movement. But again, I go in all books, not just the Bible. I come out of the Quran. I come out of the Book of Enoch. I come out of the Lost Books. I come out of the Book of Mormon. We in all books. Whatever book our people is in, we go in that book to get them out of the water. These books, now I agree with you in a way, but I just have understanding. So these books are like water. When people get to read them, they drown in them. But somebody gonna have a rod to pull them out of the water. The fishermen are men. So that's what I'm doing when it comes to the books.
I kind of understand what you're saying still. I kind of like, I'm not a disagreed what you're doing. I don't want you to think that, but I'm just saying like, I pull away from the Bible because when I get to understand the Bible is a slavery book that it was used to enslave our people. So when I start to listen to you, I understand what you're doing, especially you having a bunch of our people at the back of your head there. Like I feel good, like you saying all these people are we prophet. Yes, that's wonderful what you're doing. But my thing is when you're going back into the Bible and you start to read about this Bible, and then I'm like, this is the same Bible that we're trying to run away from. Why are you pushing it? You know what I mean?
Well, we're not.
Kind of
We're not.
confusing.
It's not that we're pushing it. We're really trying to get our people out of the Bible because the Bible says that everyone can't read it.
I
So
read it.
we go into the Bible to show the people that they aren't worthy to read it because they don't have the understanding. So we're really telling them that you have to get the spirit from Christ, from the leader, from the head chief, the high priest. You know, these people behind us, they were high priests.
Yeah, I
So
know that. Yeah.
we're connecting biblical prophecy to real life, to reality. Other people, they only can talk about the Bible and connect it to fables, connected to a man in the sky, you know, connected to lies. So
Exactly.
we're giving them the truth of what it really is about. We're not telling you have to read the Bible. You don't have to read it, but regardless of the Bible, we have a petition, we have a declaration, we have a case against the Roman Catholic Church. You know,
But
we don't have to talk about the Bible when it comes to you, but you can focus on the other things that we're doing when it comes to restoring Africa, when it comes to reestablishing the throne.
yes, I understand, and that's what I agree with you all with. But the only problem is like when you go back to the Bible, or when you start to talk about Christ, like talk about Christ. Who is this Christ now? Because everybody gonna see Christ as Jesus, right? Because that's what they were taught. Black people were taught Jesus Christ. Like when you say Christ, everybody gonna talk about Jesus. So like, it's kind of confusing for me outside who's listening, and I'm listening and you're saying Christ, and people is gonna say, oh, so he's talking about Jesus Christ. So when you start to, it's like you're doing a tug of war. You're pulling on one side and then you go back on the other side, and people is gonna get confused.
But people are already confused,
People
brother.
are already confused. Facts. That's what I'm saying. So you don't want to
So
you don't want to confuse them more. You want to be, you know what I mean?
you're not confusing them more. There's people who understand exactly what we're talking about. We're not talking. We know everyone's not going to understand. We're not expecting everyone to understand. We're here to collect the few because everyone is not going to understand.
All right, man. Thanks. That's all I have to ask, though. But keep up the good works, and all the best for 2025. Ashe.
All right, brother. Peace, peace.
Peace, peace.
Yeah, it's an IUIC cut.
You gotta bring Nathaniel up here.
Yes. Greetings. I've been listening to the conversation, and I think I recognize you, brother. I see you on a couple YouTube videos on the streets. But my question is to you is you mentioned some facts, some truth that especially that the book is sealed. Yeah, you find that in Isaiah 29 and start from verse 8 going down. It explains that. And Matthew 13 and 10 also explain that it's not for everyone. It's for the 1/3, basically. What the brother Zach was saying, I understand because the colonizer used our forefathers, right, word, the Heavenly Father word, and tried to twist it to confuse the mass. But everything in that Bible, I wholeheartedly believe to be true, because one thing that makes me believe it to be true is one word: prophecy. And we already understand that prophecy becomes history, and history is something that you cannot refute, because obviously it's facts have been proven. So my question for you then, I guess, is this:
because I understand the Bible. Actually, I actually teach it. Yeah, I study the Bible, and as you said, it's for the few, not
Yeah,
for
you
everyone.
teach it.
So
You
my
got a
question is,
congregation?
pardon?
You got a congregation?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah. My
We
question
the
is
Hebrew
then.
camp?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you
in
mind telling us
London.
what camp?
Pardon?
So you mind telling us what camp?
I don't mind. Yeah, we're over here in London, the UK. We call the Rock of Yahushai and Rock of the Truth.
Okay. Yeah, we got a few brothers over there in the UK.
Okay, yeah. What's their camp? Because I most probably know the camps.
Oh no, they ain't got no they with our movement.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, so as I said, I think you got the knowledge. So Lara, this is the question I want to ask. As I said, I see you challenging a few of them on the streets. The question then, because I think you know who you are as well, because obviously we're the same people, right? So my question is this then: who can make it to the kingdom of heaven according to the scriptures?
Those who become a child again. Not those who study, not those who research, not those who teach. Only those who become like them childs again will enter the kingdom of heaven.
And what's the name of those people? Because I got
It don't matter what. It don't matter. Anybody, you got to become a child again. These are the people that's going to enter the kingdom of heaven. Now, in actuality, everybody going to be in the kingdom, but some people going to be the least in the kingdom. You know, and like I say becoming a child because the truth is spoken. And if you're not childlike, which you're ready to receive it, you're not going to receive it. So you're not going to renew your mind. Your mind have to be renewed to enter heaven. So you got to have that childlike mind so you can get that mind to enter heaven.
That's true, born again, right? That's true. But okay, I'm here in the last book of the Bible, Revelation 21 and verse 12. And tell me what you think of this. I'm just going to quickly read this, and this will be my last kind of point on it. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, "And he carried me away into the spirit to a great and high mountain, and shewed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal." The last verse 12. "And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel." That's Christ speaking. That's the last book of the Bible, saying only one that can make it through the kingdom of heaven. So there's 12 gates, not one big pearly gate, 12. And there's 12 angels. And they've got a paper with names written on, which are the names of the 12 tribe. And those are the people that can make it into the kingdom.
No, those are the people that's at the gate to let the people in the kingdom.
Yeah, but it says the angel, they got names written on, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So Benjamin, Levi, and
On the gates. Yeah, on the gates. That's why I said you're gonna have 12 gates, and each person gonna be standing at the gate to let the people in.
Yeah, which are the 12 tribes. Hence the reason that number 12.
No, the 12 tribes was written on the gate. Like the 12 tribes is not the. You can have many people come into heaven. Like even in the book of Isaiah where it says, even who the sons and daughters, who the kingdom is for, they gonna be cast out to outer darkness. Like all Israel ain't Israel.
Right.
So just because you Israel it's a lot of Israel that ain't gonna make it into heaven.
Right.
It's a lot of people that's not Israel, they gonna make it into heaven.
Ooh, that's where I disagree. All right, this is my point on it. You're right. People are going to be in heaven, every nationality that you see on earth. But what I'm trying to say is that there's going to be the first dominion is going to be to Israel, because heaven only mean rulership, right? In this context, right? Because that's why it says descending out of heaven, because no one is going to live up in the sky, right? So heaven is going to be established on earth, and that that throne, that kingdom is going to be for God chosen people, which are the 1/3, as you rightly say, not all Israel are going to be make it. But so again, there's a reason why I said to this, you brother, yeah, because you know that our nation are underground, right? We're destroyed. We don't know where we are. We're scattered, right? You know, everyone is taking advantage of us, right? They put us in prison houses, right? We know the atrocity. So when you actually look at it, we're the only one that really need rescuing, right? Realistically.
Well, I'm not denying that salvation is first for the Jew, then the Gentile. So I'm not denying that. Like, salvation does come to us first. I'm not denying that. But salvation is also for all people. But like you said, we are, like I tell people, it's like if you were going into a hospital, whoever has the emergency, they go straight to the back. If you just sick, you might have what? You got to go to the waiting room. So when it comes to us, it's an emergency. When it comes to us right now, I agree with that. Everybody else got to be in the waiting room.
But the YT man is a Gentile. But my thing is, though, the YT man is a Gentile.
Not really. Gentile really mean non-believer. You got Jew Gentiles too.
Gentiles mean nations outside of Israel.
No, non-believers. Israel.
So Esau,
that's why I say all Israel, not Israel.
It's in Genesis 10:1. It's in Genesis 10:1. Describe the Gentiles, and Esau, the Edomites, he's a Gentile. Gentiles just mean nations. That's not Israel.
Edom is not the white man. That's the Hebrew camp's lie. Edom is the false priest. Edom is the black man, but he's a false priest. Edom goes out before the anointed one. That's why Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning. So in the last days, you're gonna have a lot of people go out before Christ. There was gonna be so-called Israel, but they not of Israel. And they was gonna go out. That's what's gonna represent Esau. Esau is not the white man. That's the biggest lie ever.
I understand that. So who is the YT man then in the Bible?
Well, the Bible really don't really talk about the white man like that. You know, the Bible is a brotherhood. The Bible is a brotherhood fight. Like right now, we're no longer fighting the white man. The white man took over what we had because we went against God. The white man just didn't walk over there because he had power. God gave them that. So it's like the Bible called them strangers. They call them people from a distant land. But the Bible is more of a brotherhood fight. You got Cain and Abel. You got Jacob and Esau. You got Christ and his brothers. You know, so it's always a brotherhood thing. Like right now, the white man really not unaliving us. We doing it ourselves. We fighting amongst each other. You know, Christ get crucified by his brothers. Christ don't get crucified by the white man. You know, so
I disagree there, but I hear you. I mean, Christ was, he was many of his people, just as you see now, which are the 2/3. They did, you know, they're hypocrites, right? But it's the Roman who had the ultimate say or the authority, crucify Christ. But I didn't reject Christ. Not all of us reject him.
Says, as in the days of Noah, so will it be what? In the days of what? The Son of Man. So how many people rejected Noah?
Yeah, the multitude. They didn't believe.
So in the days of the Son of Man, it's gonna be a multitude of people that reject him.
Yeah, the 2/3.
Yeah, and the Son of Man is on earth, and he's being rejected.
Yeah.
By his brothers.
Yeah, I agree. By the 2/3.
You gotta think, like Christ is coming back for his brothers. Christ gonna come talk to his brothers. Christ gonna come talk to Israel. And what Israel gonna do? You're not Christ.
His brothers is not the white man.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. So that's why I say so the rejection and the crucifixion gonna come from his own people. Same thing Esau did to Jacob. Esau persecuted Jacob. You know, same thing they're gonna do to Christ. They're gonna persecute Christ. Same thing with Joseph. Joseph's brothers put him in a hole. All these are parables of what is gonna happen to Christ. Christ's brothers gonna put him in a hole. They're gonna set traps for him. You know, but you know he gonna prevail in the end though. You know that's just part of what has to take place.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate the conversation, brother. It was cordial. I must say, I respect it, and the Empress there, I respect the convo. But I see you guys eating now, so that kind of make me a bit hungry myself. So I'm gonna grab something to eat myself. But yeah, man, big up yourself, man, and yeah, man, carrying on doing what you're doing.
All right, brother, man. Salute to you.
Yeah, I read it in the Bible. Step down.
Ew.
What's up? What's up, brother?
What's the word, G?
Ain't nothing.
Help me understand the prompt. So it says, will Christ agree with you at his arrival? What do you mean by that?
When Christ is raised up to speak what God has anointed him to speak, is Christ going to agree with you?
Okay. I mean, we coexist in equilibrium in a way. You know what I'm saying? So the same way I see you as a brother is the same way I would see Christ. You see what I'm saying?
That's not the question. Is Christ going to agree with you?
Well, the answer would be yes. That's what it means to coexist in
Well, I
equilibrium.
mean, you have the truth.
I mean, yeah, that's just divine light.
Okay, so you have the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, it's like a know thyself thing. You know what I mean?
So truth is knowing thyself?
Believing in oneself more than yourself, yes.
That's the truth.
That is the truth.
And the truth is a conqueror, right?
Conquering oneself. It's not necessarily about capitalism or colonization.
Huh?
Conquering oneself. Do you know who you are and do you have control over your being?
I've been knew who I can't say I've been knew who I was, but I was never to tell you the truth, I was never just lost. I was never enlightened. I was never lost out here, confused or none of that. But I never had the light. See, when I was anointed, I received enlightenment that I didn't have. You see what I'm saying? Like I wasn't in blindness about who I was or what I am as a man or how to be a man. Like I wasn't blinded by that.
Right.
You know,
how did that happen? How did you walk into that revelation?
A sacrifice. You know, and you gotta think about, people always say God is energy, right? The spirit, right? God energy or God spirit move you to do certain things so you can know certain things.
Correct.
Like God had you go outside and walk downtown. They had a brother out there sharing information. That information he shared made you wiser. That was God energy that put you on the path to run across that individual to gather that information to give you more enlightenment. So that's kind of how God's spirit do. You know,
okay, so then in that way, do you respect your elders, ancestors, and ancients?
I respect all people. I don't disrespect nobody.
Okay,
now,
so why see the separation?
I don't follow my ancestors. I don't follow, a lot of things, but I respect all things.
No, yeah, I speak to you as a leader. So my thing is like, I have no doubt that you had a potential and power to do something and make change. You know what I'm saying? It's just, do you see that divine light existing in others outside of you?
That's what? Outside of me?
Outside of you, yes.
Of course.
Okay, so why attest an already established kingdom?
Why what?
Why attest an already established kingdom?
What kingdom is established?
So you talk about the Roman Catholic Church a lot. You know, this is what your whole petition is against, right? But how much do you know about Catholicism?
I know enough is a lie.
So you know enough is a lie?
I know enough to know it's a lie.
Okay. So everyone has the right to practice religion. It's kind of in vain to try to destroy an already established kingdom. That's for any religion, right? Because I'm not Catholic.
Last time I checked, that's what God's judgment is.
God's judgment is what?
To destroy the kingdoms and raise up the everlasting kingdom, which is God's kingdom.
So your view of God is basically a child playing in the sand.
Who said that? You said that. I didn't say
that. Because why would he destroy a kingdom that he took his own hands to create?
God didn't create the kingdom.
Okay. The astrological.
God created the earth. Man, hold on. Did God make the buildings on the earth? Did God make the buildings on the earth, or did man make the buildings?
The man he created made the buildings.
But did God make the buildings?
He made man.
Did God make the buildings?
His energy inspired man, but man made creation. Is that what you want to hear?
Like I say, God didn't build the churches. God didn't create the religion. God didn't tell the lies. All that came from man.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I guess it's so easy to discern logic that no one actually uses it, right? It's called cognitive dissonance, right? So there is no rebuttal here. There is no debate here. Life is life. God is God, right? The thing is, the cerebral temple expands across any building. It's not just about a brick and mortar, right? It's more about fire and brimstone. So it's like, if you understand the creation that you attest to, what people are you actually preaching to right now? Who is your family? Who is your people?
I preach to the whole world.
But you only talk of,
bring restoration to African people.
okay, and you do that from America, right?
Yes.
So do you feel like you unite in Africa, or do you feel like you disconnect in America?
I'm uniting. For one thing, I'm uniting all people with one truth.
Which is?
With what I'm speaking.
So just you and your being. You are that truth. You bind that together.
What you mean, me and my being? I bind what together? What our own?
Because the universal truth here is like, okay, you're a grandiose being. It's something I would describe you as, right? And I want you to know, I do call you a Eucharist, and I mean it. But what I mean by this,
I don't know what that means. I don't know what those words mean.
Well, okay, the sacrifice, because at the end of the day, Christ was Christ, the demigod, and you would know beyond that he's Jesus, right? So the thing is, when you speak of Jesus Christ, it's nothing but a fabrication of being, right?
I'm not speaking of Jesus Christ.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Your whole prompt says, "Will Christ agree with you at his arrival?"
But Christ is a living Son of Man.
Right. So if you believe in that life, why attest against what he stands for? Not stood for, but stands for.
Who is he?
Christ is the one who was born, the Son of Man. What you talk about?
But I know the Son of Man is on earth, though.
Right. And we agree on that. But that's something that already happened. So I'm not here to debate.
No. So we don't agree. I don't agree. I believe it's happening now.
Right. That's the cognitive dissonance that I'm talking about. I just said we agree because that was 2,000 years ago. So I'm not here to debate 2,000 years ago. We're 2025. I'm a 24.
Okay, so is a Christ walking earth now?
Yeah.
Is it one person?
It's more than one person. It's an energy.
Was it more than one person 2,000 years ago?
It was one person that started this all. Peter is the reason Christianity even exists.
Peter ain't even real.
Right, okay. So that's what I'm saying. If Peter ain't real, what Christ are you even talking about, bro?
I'm talking about the one that's walking in earth now. The one that's
so
the one that
Christ was to tell you that his best friend started.
The Bible say Christ was gonna come in the last days.
Right. That was last year, bro. We still talking about the past.
You said last days, brother. You talking about the past. You keep
last day. Okay, I'm not. No. I'm not talking about the past. If we were walking into new light, you got to understand something about the material world and the matrimonial realm. You talk about the Son of Man. Okay, I'm somebody who respects elders, ancients, and ancestors. Okay, don't matter what walk of life you come from, what religion you practice. Okay,
well, brother, can you answer the title? Will Christ agree with you at his return?
I guess it does fall on deaf ears. I already said yes, we coexist in equilibrium. We both can tell a mockingbird if we were standing on the same street. Does that make sense?
So it's
some people don't know what a mockingbird is.
Okay, and that's my point. So if you don't know when you're making a mockery of God to even say it out loud, that's what I'm saying. You are testing the kingdom.
You in word salad right now.
I'm not in word salad.
You're the one who's mocking God because you're saying that there's more than one Christ. God only chooses.
No. I believe that there were Christians. I said the energy of being. Christ is Christ. So one of many, like my man said before I came up here, right? Many of man, right? So he was of his own people. And you claim that it was the Romans, but if you know the history, you know all the judgment cause is a judgment cause. It was literally Judites that did what they did to him. They was mad because they already had a God before Christ. So him and his ancestors keep doing the same thing over and over. That's why I said a Eucharist, a sacrifice is what you're making yourself. And I mean, this is just the love of a brother. Look, it's just brotherly love. So if you don't accept that, that's cool. That's the love of man. Beyond that is the love of God. So if you don't
got no brotherly love, man. You ain't got no brother.
Okay. See, the thing is, if I didn't, I wouldn't waste time talking to you. So that's what I'm saying. You have no constriction to my life.
But
You
brother,
gotta understand that.
yeah, what you doing for the mission that we a part of, brother? You ain't what are you doing for the people?
Universal health care is more than just political identity. Does that
What are
make
you
sense?
doing? What are you doing for the people?
Brother,
I'm going to
universal
school and
healthcare.
establishing markets and careers. What are you guys doing?
For one thing, brother, a nation and a government is above market and careers. A nation and a government supports the health, the education, the financial, the
Yeah, a
stability
numbers
of the
game. You're
people.
talking about economics.
So that's what I'm saying. Y'all, brother man, I walked away from business,
But wait, I wasn't coming from a
bro.
brotherly place, but I'm brother man.
Bro, why do you think the Bible tell you to eat from the sacrificial lamb? Starting a business is not
Because
making a sacrifice.
you need to know what you consume. That's all that means. So are you aware of the information you spout? That's all I'm saying. But outside of word salad, see, the thing is, I'm not using the Bible to talk to you. I'm not using no leadership that's beyond me. I'm talking to you as a man. All right. So when I say,
I come up here every day and talk as a man.
I know what you do. That's what I'm saying. So you talking as a man of what? Of men or of yourself? You talking of your own volition to try to deter people into the ways of your own mind.
Brother man, I don't. For one thing, I don't tell nobody. For one thing, I come up here and set people free, and you know how many people I done set free and don't never follow me.
That's sacrilegious. Okay,
No,
you
for one thing,
you tell them they in capitalism since day.
Hold up. You know how many heavy burdens is on people? Some people think they gotta go to church. Some people think they gotta study the Bible. Some people think they gotta pray. Some people think they gotta pay 10% of their tithes. Some people think they can't even get married again.
Okay, but that's free will.
All these are burdens that's on our people's minds when it comes to pleasing God. Because out of all the people, we are religious people. It's something about us wanting to please God. So when someone tells the truth about God, you remove all these burdens that's weighing us down. Because that's a psychological effect on us.
Yeah, that's why I say be mindful of oneself. Right. So when I tell you I love you, don't tell me I don't. That's the one thing I hate about anybody.
Hey, you
So
ain't
not
got to tell me.
no, it's okay.
You never got to tell me you love me. You gonna have to show me.
I didn't ask you if it was a need.
Never
So you
tell
see
me
how
you
it
love
is?
me
Okay, put it like
unless you
this.
show
I
me.
say it like this. You already have God's love in many ways. It's not something you need to argue about or debate. All people have that same love. Now, when they go out and make their own choices, that's free will. So if you believe in the slave, which you do, because you tell your people that they capitalize to this day in the work of progression, you are against the godly work that's already happening. So my thing is, if you were trying to dismantle a kingdom to build another one, you are stopping literally the creation of the world at large.
Brother, what kingdom you under?
The astrological kingdom. You wouldn't understand it. You don't even study that.
Do
So
you
my
pay
thing is
taxes?
just
Do you pay taxes?
everyone pays taxes.
And who does those taxes go to?
Healthcare, your well-being.
No,
Why do you
who
think
does
you pay
the
taxes?
taxes go to?
Healthcare.
It is healthcare. Who do you think you paying to actually fix your wounds?
So the hospital helping us?
The medical field is literally evolving just like you as a people.
So why did doctors say to cure people of cancer, AIDS, and all these things, and why the hospitals not doing it?
Because diseases existed before buildings.
So, but why was a man who don't have a hospital curing people? Why the hospital not doing it? We weren't paying.
Because how many herbalists do you have in the world today?
Because what?
How many herbalists do you have in the world today that
Like I
actually
said,
understand
Dr.
hermetics?
Sabian was healing people of all the things that the healthcare system has still failed to what? And he took his case to court. He won the court case. So why didn't the hospitals start a class and a college for him to teach healthcare?
You see what I mean about markets, yet you don't think that that's valuable. So in an
I don't
evolving
think that's valuable. I'm the one that's speaking on it.
You just said the opposite. So I'm not going to argue with the words you say. It's okay. If that's your New Testament, that's your New Testament. But what I'm saying is,
hey, brother man, we gonna holler at you, bro.
listen.
Nah, appreciate you coming up, bro.
Okay. Well, we agree either way. So out of agreement, have love, be blessed. Peace.
First you go tell me we don't agree, man. I'm not going out of love. I'm not just gonna agree with you to be your friend out of love. That's why a true friend gonna tell you, man, look, man, take that shit off, man. Man, take that off, bro. That's why I say only a fool hates correction. And right now we want to agree with each other but have different everything. but we want to say we agree.
Like, why come up and try to challenge then?
If you agree,
don't-
why you not helping me? If you love me, why you not helping me? You know, because none of these brothers come up here and ask me for my help. You know why? Because they ain't got nothing they need help with. They're not doing nothing. But I come up here with a plan, plot, strategy. They rather tear my strategy down to live in this condition. Well, I'm not a man that submit. You know, I'm not a man that submit. And I know everybody, like, some people can be broken. I'm like the zebra. I'm in the wild. I can't be. You cannot break me. You know, some people just can be broken. I'm not one of them. You ain't put no saddle on me. You ain't put no thing in my mouth. And you ain't gonna jack me and tell me to go when you say go. I'm not that kind of horse. I think I spoke with the brother. What's going on? Peace, peace.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yeah, you and his lady. I don't know exactly what to call her, but thanks for having me on. I appreciate you giving me another shot at this.
Yeah, we spoken before, huh?
I'm sorry, say again?
I say we spoken before, right?
We attempted to speak before. You know, you kind of real quick with that disconnect button sometimes when you you know, when our conversations don't always line up. However, I believe that it may be a little bit better now because I think you might have been, if you know, reviewing some of my content, you might have a little bit more understanding or better understanding of who I am, and you know that I really come in peace. However, you know what I'm saying, it's like I come in peace until I see people misleading the flock. So like when I hear you trying to, you know what I'm saying, allude to the truth because I know you know what it is, I try to rock with you, but then sometimes you try to turn into me again, and you know we can't do that, obviously.
Oh, I already see why this went the way it went. It don't look like this probably. Well, you know, probably ain't gonna go good this time. But you know, hopefully it might last a little longer if you got a little respect. But I don't even know who you are. I just sound like I remember the voice. So, who are you? Who are you? Who are you proclaiming to be?
Well, first of all, let's back up. Let's, you know.
No.
I'm just saying, let's tone it down a bit because you know it's not about, you know, because I really don't have.
Brother, we men. As long as it's respectful, brother. You could beat on your chest. I could beat on. You could beat on your chest. So that's
all right,
cool.
Then. All right, let's go.
I ain't tripping on that. I ain't. Long as it's respectful.
That's fine. I hear you.
You're a grown man.
Now, what was your question again? I'm sorry.
So, who are you?
I am David Ben Yahudah Yahushua Mashiach. That's my name. If you want to know, that's who I am. I'm King David Ben Yahudah Yahushua Mashiach. That's who I am.
You King David, right?
David. It's not with a V. It's not pronounced that way, obviously.
You're talking about. I'm referring to the individual that's supposed to feed the people.
Right. Exactly.
So
I can
tell you how we come to get our bread from heaven.
Well, see, we talking about bread from heaven. The bread is the word.
You the one we come to for information.
For the truth. I'm just the light. I'm just here to shine light on, you know, darkness, and the darkness is deception. Deception is lies, part of the lies. So I'm just here to help people get a better understanding of the scripture. That's really what I'm here to do, because once they get a better understanding of the scripture, then they can properly identify who the true Messiah is. So then they can align with them, and then he can do what he needs to do in terms of changing the world.
So we're finna go to a scripture then. So that's who you are. Where's Revelation 5?
It's funny how people always want to open up scripture for me, but never allow me to give them the scripture that allowed me to understand. But so go ahead. I'm gonna go with. Go ahead. We can go with this. Let's go.
Yeah. So you are proclaiming the one that have the truth of the Bible, right?
505. Yep, that's me.
Okay, so let's go
Revelation
right here.
505. That's me. Yep.
So it says, and no man in heaven, nor in the earth, neither under the earth was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. So we see no man is worthy, right?
Right, now go to 5.
All right. So it says, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, had prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. So you are the root of David. You are the one that loosened the seals of the Bible, right?
Yeah, what is that? What? Yes, I am, but what do you think that is? Because I mean, just to say it and ask me if I'm that's one thing, but then to know what you're
brother
talking
man,
about.
it says no man is worthy, right? But this man,
Until you
right?
get down here, till you get to 5.
Oh, okay. So no man is worthy on the earth. But
I'm not I'm not them. I'm not up there. I'm at 5. I'm at 5.
Okay,
You
so
up
slow
there.
down. So you are the only one that's worthy to open the book, right?
I know what it's talking about. I know what it's referring to. I do have the
let your
information.
yea be yea, let your no be no.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Are you
listening?
listening? So you're not listening?
Listen. Are you the only one that's worthy to unseal the book? That's all I'm asking, so I can get clarity.
Okay, what book? Because you just saying unseal the book. What book are you talking about?
You say you're not these men. You say
I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you a follow-up question. You want me to be specific? You got to be specific. Be specific. What book are you talking about with the 7 seals, Mr. Messiah? Yo, Mr. Messiah, what books are you talking about?
We talking about the Bible.
So you gonna open up the 7 seals of the Bible?
Brother, I'm asking you a question.
I'm asking you because you're supposed to be the Messiah. Remember, you're supposed to be proving that I'm not.
So now,
you got the scripture. I'm telling you, that's me in the scripture. I'm 505. I'm Revelation 505.
You're reversing it. So now
I'm Revelation 505, right? And you're asking me about what I'm telling you. Like, what book are you referring to? If you're telling me, you're asking me, am I the one that's going to open the 7 seals of the book? I'm like, what book are you referring to? Because you don't know what book they're talking about.
It sounds like you deep. You sound like you deep in the swamp and you crawfishing and crabbing right now.
What's the book you talking about? Open the 7 seals of what book?
It sounds like you crawfishing and
7
crabbing
seals
right
of what book?
I told you, brother. I just want to.
7 seals of what book?
I told you it won't go good. I already know it won't go good. As soon as that little stuff came out your mouth in the beginning,
I'm asking you a simple question, man.
So I'm
asking a simple question.
It's getting even shorter. So
I'm asking a simple question,
brother man. I'm gonna ask you a question after this interrogation about who you are.
Go ahead.
Then you can ask whatever question you want.
Go ahead.
But first, let's get your answers so I can get clarity and the people that's listening get clarity.
But I want clarity on the question.
Brother, man,
I need clarity on the question before I can give you a clear answer.
Brother, I'm not finna deal with a first grader where I gotta keep telling him to put his hand over his mouth.
I just told you if I need.
See, this why these dudes come on a thing where they can't turn their camera on, because I need to see this dude face.
They come on fake
fake profiles, and they ain't got no pictures on there. They got fake videos on their profile. You don't know I don't know who I'm talking to. But he supposed to be in Yahweh, Ben Yahweh, David, do. Man, in fact, get him out of here, man. I ain't finna do this shit. That's why I kicked him down last time. Y'all see why? We ain't finna deal with nobody like that, man. I see why I hit the button quick. Y'all seen why. And if you don't see why, then your eyes ain't blessed. That's why, see, he couldn't man up and say, I'm the one that concealed the Bible. I tell you all the time. Yeah, that's me. With no stuttering, no ifs and buts about it. He couldn't say it. You know why? That's not him. So he trying to proclaim something and hide behind a name. God don't hide.
Man, why you let that man talk? Y'all was arguing like some women, man. Like, he was trying to get his point across. You was trying to get your point across. And he asked you a question, and it's like
Hey, bro.
No, I'm just, hold on. I'm an honest.
Hey, don't come up here talking about another man. That's woman. So what's your questions?
Well, no, what I'm saying to you is, though, he asked you a question.
Don't tell me about another man and another man conversation, bro. What are your questions?
Hey, he about to cook your ass. That's why you didn't answer the question, dog. And that's
talking about woman.
Why you didn't come up here and cook me?
He want gossip. That sound like woman.
Why he ain't come up here and cook me? That's what you should have did. You should have came up here and cooked me. And And now, one thing about y'all Jew, you know you can come up here and you can talk. You can pull whatever scripture you get out. You can ask y'all Jew whatever question you want. You know this. But y'all don't want to come up here and decency and in order. Because you can't do it. So you want to get all riled and, you know, okay, that's why they got that button for y'all. Yeah, put Paul on. See what this is.
Hello.
What's up?
Happy next year, not New Year. From Jamaica.
Okay. You say you're not new?
No, I'm not new because a long time I'm here. I'm born long time ago. Not New Year. Same day, same week. Just another year.
Okay. What you got for us, brother?
When God put Adam and Eve in the garden, they didn't know that they him know say them that go sin.
Say it again.
When God put Adam and Eve into the garden, did he know that they would be sin?
Correct.
So he actually set up the people them to sin.
No, he gave man free will, and man chose free will.
All right, cool. You have a son or a daughter?
Huh?
Do you have a child?
Yeah.
All right, you have a son?
No, I have a daughter.
A daughter, all right. What are the possibility you put a buckle, a poison on the table and tell her as a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, don't touch it or don't trouble it. You go and you leave if you should not trouble it.
Well, brother, you could do that with a grown person. You could have a grown child and tell your child, don't touch something. Don't throw a party. You can say, don't throw a party. They throw a party and get the house burned down. Whose fault it is? Your fault or the child?
Not your fault, because you know so them are going to do it. And you set them up to do it.
How is your fault? It's
you set them up.
So you're saying if the parent got a 17-year-old,
yeah,
which is 18-year-old shit, 20-year-old, and the parent going on vacation, and they tell the 20-year-old grown person, do not throw a party in my house. Don't break my things. You know, don't mess up my walls. Don't mess up my carpet. I'm going to be gone for a month. He say, man, hey, as soon as the mom leave, call his boy, hey, man, y'all come over here. We chilling.
Yeah, because of the parents'
Hold
fault.
on. And the house get messed up. Yeah. Whose fault is that? The child or the parents?
The parents can set them up to do that. Because if I'm going to leave for a month.
The parents ain't set. The parents did not set the child up. The parents gave the child free will to choose the right thing.
All right, cool. In your teenagers or your early 20s, you're very naive about a lot of things. And if your parents say don't do this or don't go this, so yeah, go. So actually, I set them up to do it. Because if you're going to leave your house and go on a vacation, you're not going to leave a 20-year-old. You're going to either your bigger, older brother or your younger brother or your younger sister to supervise him, or you leave them over there for them place and lock up your place. So actually, you set them up inside the place.
The point is the fact that the child or the young adult has the choice. They have the free will to do righteousness or not.
How old was Adam and Eve when they entered the garden?
Brother, that's the priesthood. Adam and Eve represent the priesthood of God. It's not represent man and woman. You know, that's why when they was in the garden, they wasn't babies. God didn't put Adam and Eve in the garden as a baby. So this is a parable about the priesthood who are keepers of God earth. Because the people who keep the earth is those who plant seeds in the mind. So these would be messengers, priests. But they ate from the forbidden tree. So now they teaching good and evil, and they not teaching us life. They trying to teach us what's good and what's evil, the knowledge of good and evil, when what? They are teachers of evil. That's why we don't have life right now. Everybody think they know what's good and what's evil. All religious people, don't do that. That's evil. Do this. That's good. But they doing a lot of evil and hardly doing any good. See what I'm saying? So that's what the parable of Adam and Eve was about. It's not about a man and a woman in the garden eating from a tree. These are parables, bro.
No, but it's all about disobeying and following others, But if you don't have knowledge towards a lot of things, are you new to certain things? Are you going to be obey? Are you going to follow?
Say it again.
If you don't have a knowledge, you are very inexperienced about a lot of things. Don't you ever explore?
You gotta explore.
Yeah.
We don't get what you're saying, brother.
If you don't have knowledge about things, don't you ever seek knowledge?
Yeah, you must seek.
All right. So, don't Adam and Eve were seeking knowledge and seeking experience?
Yeah, but they seek at the wrong tree though.
So, it becomes the wrong tree when I don't know if it was good or bad.
What did you say?
All them to know if it was a wrong tree, or a bad tree, or a good tree, or a great tree. If they now know knowledge about it.
Well, that's why God gonna give you the blessing to know what tree. God gonna give you the blessing to know what tree to eat from. The tree is information, man. The tree is not apple tree. It's information. That's why I say you know a tree by its fruits.
Well, if Adam and Eve were Chinese people, they would have eat the snake though, and there will be no sin.
Correct, but they didn't listen.
And if Adam and Eve were black people like yourself and I, and when the snake talked to Eve, should I run? Come call you, so one snake run there, so I talk to her.
Well, nah, brother. Why I say Adam and Eve was a priesthood, man. You know,
somebody don't even know.
Right here, listen. These people behind me represent Adam and Eve.
All of them people there?
Huh?
All of those people?
Yeah, they represent the priesthood of God.
So, when Cain killed Abel, we ain't gonna find another wife.
Huh?
When Cain did kill Abel, we ain't gonna find another wife. Where were those?
Brother, that's what these are parables. You looking at it literal. You will never understand it looking at it literal.
Well, you do literature at school?
Huh?
You do English literature at school?
Yeah, but you also the school teach you metaphors. The Bible is metaphors.
We all agree, yes. But regardless of that, what's written there is what we have to think about,
No, it's an allegory. It's a metaphor. It's something with a hidden meaning.
So why hide it then? I mislead you.
That's why you're not supposed to read the Bible. The Bible is not for you to read.
What you supposed to do then?
Wait on God. The Bible say wait on the Lord.
Oh, man.
That's what if you read the book, that's what it says. But we don't wanna wait. The Bible says, and then the Bible say the book is sealed. The Bible say it's a sealed book. No, matter of fact, we're gonna put it back up here for you. We just took it down. That's why I say I don't know if y'all just be popping up here and just hitting the button, or do y'all really be tuning in?
But
hold on. What did it say? And no man in heaven. So even in the heavenly man, nor in the earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. So I'm not just telling you this. The Bible tells you no man is worthy. Now, the one that's worthy is Christ. He gonna be worthy to pick up the book. Now, why is Christ gonna be worthy? Because God has chosen him to do these things. The Bible was just given to you and told you to read it. That don't mean you read it and know God. You just reading the book. If you read the book, you read the book. But you are not worthy to unseal it. You just reading it. So when I say you can't read it, that means you can't read it and teach it. You can read it all day till you blue. But you are not worthy to teach the Bible. You don't have that understanding.
But brother, if you no pass our knowledge, knowledge won't be great, So if you keep knowledge within yourself, or it have a great, or it have a right purpose, it have defeat the whole purpose of it. So even if you read it and you don't pass it on, all the generation will come after you and after them will learn more about it.
Brother, that's why we still don't know the Bible right now. Because nobody knows. So they just passing us down lies.
Okay. Because even
my grandma read the Bible, she ain't know it. My mama read it, she ain't know it.
But you know it though.
Now I know it, yeah, because this is what we proclaim. Christ on earth. The Christ that everybody waiting on, he's on earth. He's a son of man, he's chosen by God. So this is what we are saying. This is why this information is here. This information is not here because we went to the library, we looked it up, we watched YouTube videos. This information is here because God has elected a Christ.
So, who is that Christ?
This is website right here. I give you his website.
Because, and based upon my calculation, nobody no know who is Christ now, because Joseph wasn't Joseph wasn't his daddy. So who was his father? And that's
what I'm saying. Like, if you go to the website, this is the living Christ on earth. YahTruth.com.
But as far as I'm concerned, Mary cheat on Joseph and get Jesus.
Brother, I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about a son of man on earth. That's why I just read in the Bible, nobody is worthy to look upon the book. So you looking upon this book and it's confusing you. You ain't worthy. It's confusing everybody. They not worthy.
So, we say one of the anarchy up there, the Rastafarian, King Selassie, how you view them people there?
Well, now they lost too.
Them lost too?
Yeah, they lost too. Because Haile Selassie, they still think Haile Selassie ain't in the ground. He good in the ground. He deteriorated right now because he was a regular man. Every regular man goes in the ground. So that's just a souped up version of Christianity because you did have Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie did sit on the throne of David. He did hold the title Rastafari and King of Kings, but he wasn't the Christ that was prophesied about. So yeah, so they lost to the Rastafarians. They lost.
So who is the Christ that them prophesied about?
YahJudah.com. If you go to their website, you'll see them.
Well, not even them not sure about that because I be a myth right up and down in the Bible.
That's what I say, brother. You know, like this ain't. You got two resurrections. You got the first resurrection when those who accept the Christ who God have chose. You got the second resurrection when the whole world gonna have to accept them because they gonna announce them to the world. You know, like, so it's two resurrections. So everybody not gonna get it the first time. You know, this is not for the forcing on nobody. Those who got the gift of discernment, those who God have blessed, you will recognize the real Christ. But second time around, everybody gonna know who he is.
So how that gonna work?
Huh?
How that going to be working?
Well, what I said, just like they announce who the president is of the United States of America.
Yeah.
They gonna announce who the Christ is of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole world gonna know.
So that's a random man that's gonna come out and say, "Yo, I'm a Christ." So whether I accept it or don't accept it, I'm a Christ.
Well, yeah, well, I say everybody gonna accept it though. It's not. You know, everybody not gonna accept it the first time. That's why it's two resurrections. The first resurrection is those who accepted the first time. The second time around is when it's announced to the world and you ain't got no choice. You
That's
know? So
that's all.
that's the two resurrections.
That's on our way, though, brother. Honestly,
Huh?
it's on our way.
Yeah, it's on the way. I'm serious. That's why I told you the website. Go check out the website. You got
Come on, it's on our way. It's on like
Christ.
crap.
You gotta understand, brother. Christ ain't just get here. Christ been here for a few years now.
So why am I hide for then?
Because he's suffering. He's the suffering servant. He got a crown of thorns right now. That's why don't too many people see him. Everybody gonna see him when he put his real crown on and he's lifted up. So that's when everybody gonna recognize Christ. But right now, while Christ got his crown of thorns on, not many people gonna recognize him.
So which country in there now?
He in America.
So why he couldn't be in Jamaica?
He could have been.
Okay, so why America?
That's just what God chose.
That's all really misleading.
Ain't misleading. You know, God could have chose somebody from England, the islands, you know, America, Africa. Just happened to choose somebody in America.
So why name? What kind of image you have? How you look?
Brother, everything on the website, brother. Everything you need to know. He got a declaration, he got a petition, he got a bunch of videos, he travels, so everything on the website, brother.
Hold on, let me check. Hold on, let me go to YouTube and this thing. Type in this. Come up. Alright. Search by.
Just take a screenshot, and I'm gonna
Hold on, man.
I'm gonna get back in the queue, man, and just take a screenshot though.
Phone not work so good.
You got it?
Yeah. I'm gonna see you again on YouTube.
Okay.
So which one of them? Nobody teach the Bible, expect Christ. Nobody teach the Bible. Which one of them?
You can watch any of them. Watch any of them.
Alright, we see that one now. Alright.
All right, brother. Peace. I didn't want to get on there before you see me. I said, hey, brother, it's you. I had to hurry up and
listen to the message.
Yeah, we gotta hear the message, y'all, man. We fight it so much, man. We fight it so much. That's why when I ask people, man, you know, that's why we had the title up here too. Will Christ agree with you if Christ was showed up right now? That's what we said? No, y'all. But y'all know it's getting quitting time, man. It's getting to quitting time.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
Okay, my question is, how much info are we to take in? Like the history that you're teaching. If we are to be like child unto God.
Well, see, the thing about being a child like God is really you can receive the things you need to receive. But if you're not a child, you'll block out some things because you'll say you already know. Like it's hard to teach a person who already knows something.
Right, humbleness.
You know, But if you teach to somebody who say they don't know, they'll listen to everything you say. Whether they accept it or not, they'll still listen. And whatever you tell a wise person makes them wiser. So having that childlike mind is the only way to hear God, because God is going to be giving you something new. God is going to be giving you something you don't have. And that's why deception teaches us to think we have something when we really don't. So like I said, it's really taking everything. Now, like I said, when it comes to a lot of history, that's not for everybody. The history is just to bring clarification if you got doubt.
Mm-hmm.
See, like a lot of these history stuff that we bring out, that's for those who have doubt. Some people don't need this history to hear this truth. But like I said, it also paints a better picture of what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So history just brings more clarity and more of a foundation to why we're doing what we're doing.
Okay. Well, I also wanted to say, I believe in everything that you teach. I get a lot of affirmation from I'm 34 years old. So from a child into today, a lot of things you spoke about is clarification for the things I receive directly from God. So I'm a little nervous because I'm shy, but at the same time, I'm excited because I found my people. And it's refreshing to hear from someone else other than my own self, because a lot of people go against you. So I appreciate the things that you say. I don't follow every day, but I feel that when God said that I need the word or to hear something or strength, I run across your page. So thank you.
No problem. No respect, sis. And salute to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, no problem. Appreciate you coming up. That's what we come on here for, man, to bring that confirmation to our brothers and sisters who are the true children of God. That's why I say the sheep gonna hear the voice, y'all. And it's simply, the voice is coming from the Spirit. Because if God talk, y'all, it wouldn't be no messengers. If God actually talk and the Spirit talk, it wouldn't be no prophets, it wouldn't be no Bible, it wouldn't be no angels, wouldn't be nothing. It'll just be the Spirit talking to us. But if the Spirit don't talk, the Spirit speaks through the vessel. That's why in Revelation it says, bless those who hear what? What the Spirit says to the churches. How does the Spirit speak to the churches? Through a vessel. So when they say the sheep hear the voice, the sheep hear what the Spirit speaks. The sheep follow God by hearing what the Spirit is speaking. Because the reason why the Spirit is speaking is because God has made it worthy. The Spirit ain't speaking because it studied and it got on his knees and it went to theology school. That's not why the Spirit of God is speaking. The Spirit of God is speaking on behalf of God. And as I always tell y'all, you don't reject me because I didn't send myself. You reject the one who sent me. Just like if you accept me, I'm not doing my will. You accept the one who sent me. It's vice versa. But if you're not in the Spirit, you're not going to hear the Spirit. If you worship idols, you're not going to hear the Spirit. You got to be what? You got to worship God in spirit and truth. Spirit and truth is the worshipers God looking for. That's what the book say. Everybody say they playing by the book. Everybody say they want to go by the rules. Well, we pulled out the rule book. And all we did was lay out the rules. And if you want to follow God, you're going to follow God's rules. It's not hard, y'all. It's not right. I promise you this will be taught to a 5th grader. I think 3rd graders. We can really teach this to, and they'll understand it clear as day. But right now, when you have people who think they know, they say they know, they have been believed to think they know, they get, So, but yeah, y'all, man, we kind of winding down, y'all. Everybody else kind of like a recent guest. So, Well, what's the day? It was Thursday? It was Thursday. So y'all, I think that'll be it for the day. We've been on here we've been here about 4 hours, huh? Oh yeah, 4 hours ticking. So on that note, y'all, as always, man, we hope the Father has circumcised y'all hearts and ears for the message, y'all. Peace, brother. You know, for our recent guests, you know, we'll get at y'all next time. You know, we've been on here a little while, y'all. So, but like I said, if y'all got a message for us, just send it to the website. You know, get in tune with what we're doing, y'all. Check out everything on the website. Read the information, and get in tune with this movement, the movement of God, to liberate the people, y'all. So on that note, y'all, peace and blessings. And as always, we hope the Father has circumcised y'all hearts and ears for the message. Peace.